I got a comment from someone happy with another dumb show and the fact that we're doing on another dumb show. She said that it's losing its new car smell already. What the F is it with all of you thinking we want to watch you stuff your face? Well, it's a challenge thing. People do that, and I've been doing it for years, and kind of one of my things. So if you are familiar with me from the old show, then you would understand it, and there's millions of mukbanging videos out there. So, Alina, I dumbed down your comment. Anyway, so I came across this video. Actually, I got a tweet, actually. I got a tweet here. Again, bear with me, guys. It's really hard for me. I got a comment from someone who's she's not happy with another dumb show and the fact that we're doing eating challenges on another dumb show. She said that it's losing its new car smell already. What the F is it with all of you thinking we want to watch you stuff your face? Well, it's a challenge thing. People do that, and I've been doing it for years, and kind of one of my things. So if you are familiar with me from the old show, then you would understand it, and there's millions of mukbanging videos out there. So, Alina, I dumbed down your comment. Anyway, so I came across this video. Actually, I got a tweet, actually. Who did I get this tweet from, actually? I got a tweet here. Again, bear with me, guys. It's really hard for me to talk right now. It's hard to talk for more than like 2 sentences at a time. But Travis sent me a tweet saying, at another dumb show, this girl would show you boys what's up. And it had included a link to a YouTube short of a girl who, let's see here. Oh, come on, drop in there. According to this guy, what the hell just happened? Where'd the clip go? According to this dude, he said this girl would show you boys what's up. So going back to the eating challenge thing, this is potentially an addendum to Mikey's McDonald's challenge, or a new version of it, something along those lines, because this girl, I don't know if she's watching another dumb show or if this has been going on for a minute, but Mikey's McDonald's challenge just kind of happened organically. Mikey was eating like a fat F one day, and then I decided that I wanted to see how quickly I could take down what he took down, and it just kind of happened naturally. Well, this girl's just doing it to celebrate her birthday. And wait till you see what this girl decided to eat. And it goes by pretty quick. Hang on. All right, well, she's sitting in her car at McDonald's. And hold on. Let's go back to that. That's what I want to see, is what this girl is eating. Okay, so let's get a shot of what she's got here. First off, I see 2 Big Macs. She's one short of the Mikey's McDonald's challenge. But I think I'm seeing 2 cheeseburgers, what looks to be potentially a McChicken, or 3 cheeseburgers. And then I see a McChicken there. It looks like 3 cheeseburgers. Looks like a McChicken. 4 cheeseburgers? Or what is this thing down at the bottom here? 6-piece. Looks like a large fry. Some sort of weird wrap from McDonald's. I don't even know what that is. And then a breakfast thing, or a dessert thing. Okay, so here she goes. This is her birthday mukbang. Pretty hot. Oh, look at that mouth. Jesus, look at that bite. Holy crap. Ooh, that was fast. Now, we're not seeing any chewing, though. Zesty chili lime wrap. I don't even know what the hell that is. Cheeseburger 2, cheeseburger 3. Junior chicken. Okay. Another junior chicken. 6-piece nut. And then a fry. Oh, not to be, she's not done yet. Vinny, chill out. I know. You want McDonald's too. I get it. And then a birthday cake, strawberry pie, and then water for water. Oh, that's crap. She's going for water at the end of that? That doesn't count. Oh, well, that's... so there's her version of the McDonald's challenge. I'm not sure if she's going to be able to do the whole thing or not. I swear to God, I downloaded the whole video, the whole full one, but I have no idea where it went at this point. Where the hell did that video go? Oh, so I do have the whole video. I'd like to check out the time on it to see how quickly she was able to get this thing down. So if you guys will bear with me and get this video over here lined up. Rena, what are you barking at over there? What's the problem, Bob? Calm down. Chill out. What are you barking at? You just got some food? I don't understand what the problem is over there. Calm down. All right, here we go. So this is her. This is her doing her. This is the longer video. So I want to see. I'm not going to watch the whole video. It's over a half hour long, and you guys know how quickly I did Mikey's McDonald's challenge, and I would say these are very similar in what they are as far as what kind of food is in it. So I think what I'm going to have to do. Let's time it up. Let's see if. Let's see where she starts and where she finishes, and if it's even close, and then maybe we do an addendum. I'd love to really try to get her to try it. Honestly, that would be my goal. Was to try, because I found this right before I was looking at tweets right before the show started, and I found this, and I was like, oh man, I should try to find this girl. So I'm gonna see if I can try to find her to get her to do the Mikey's McDonald's challenge, because she is a YouTuber. So I don't know, maybe we can do a YouTube collab. Here she is. Why is there no sound? Oh, because I didn't show it. All right, here we go.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cat vs. Food.
Oof.
I am so sorry for that intro. Your girl is just so excited and happy and just joyful. Like my body can literally burst right now from joy. I'm like, I can't contain myself. Why might you ask? Is it because it's my birthday? Kind of, but not really. That's not why. Like my birthday.
All right, I'm skipping ahead to where she starts eating.
Okay, so I'm posting.
Blah 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 blah. All right, let's hear her describe what she bought. I like this. All right, cool.
And
oh wait.
obviously, I wasn't actually gonna sit here on my birthday and eat McDonald's, so that's why I'm doing it a few days before. But
Bag
I felt like I
fries.
had to pay my respects to it.
Bag fries count. You're allowed to do bag fries.
Clearly, I can't even wait. Without further ado,
All right.
you know what the victim is today. We got a little excited today.
All right. I don't feel like that. Let's just get to when she takes the first bite. Oh, okay. So it looks like the first bite went in. First bite on my clock. I have 3:37. All right. Somebody write that down. Somebody put that in the chat. 3:37 is when she takes the first bite. And then I'm going to skip ahead to where she gets to the end of it. So now I've skipped ahead quite a bit. 19 minutes. Let's see what she's got left.
I saw someone comment on my video.
No comments. Who comments on YouTube videos and who reads those? God, losers. She's still eating or what? Oh, she's still working on a cheeseburger, and she's at 23 minutes right here. So that's 20 minutes, guys, and I can tell you right now that's already way past my time. My time of 18 minutes, 17 seconds. She's way past that with food left. So I don't know if she'd be able to complete it in the amount of time that we did it in. It doesn't look like I'm not understanding why, I think his name was Travis. Why dude thought that, yeah, Travis, what were you thinking, bro? Were you thinking this girl could take down the king? And she's not. Did you even watch the whole? You only watched the short, dude. You had to go back and watch for the time. Like I saw those big giant bites she was taking. She was guzzling down some food like a champ right there. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to knock her, but I don't think she's got the skills to take down the king at this point at all. Speaking of kings being taken down, what do you guys think about the coup in Russia? The Russian coup. Or was it not? Was it mutiny? Was it all fake news to cover up? Hi, welcome to another dumb show. Holy crap, the batteries just died literally right as I went live. I just did an audio test right before we started, and the batteries freaking died right as we go live. Hi, welcome to another dumb show. I'm another dumb show host. Welcome to issue 56 of another dumb show. Thank you guys for streaming with us on YouTube tonight. I'm glad you guys know what you're doing. I seem to not know what the hell I'm doing at all, but I appreciate you guys being here regardless. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. As you did see, there is some breaking news that just came down. People who are big fans of Superman might already know the big news. I think I hear somebody down there making some noise. My main man, Mikey, I believe, is down there. What's up, Mikey? How are you, dude? Oh, hold on. That's me. What's up, dude? How are you?
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Not much, man. Welcome. How are you?
Yeah, good. I saw that breaking news too. I was getting ready to send it to you, but I thought that was just kind of counterproductive because you already.
Oh, baby, I am so excited. I had all this stuff already. I had all this stuff lined up, ready to go. I had a breaking news sound effect ready to play and everything. But for some reason, it decided it didn't want to play. No idea why it didn't want to work, but hey, such is life. What are you going to do? But
we
so,
had the
hey.
visual for it, so.
We had the visual, but yeah, I'm not sure what happened. When I pressed this button, it's supposed to play for you guys to be able to hear it, and nothing. I'm not really sure what the hell went on with that, but either way, we don't have it. But yes, the breaking news is that there has been a casting in the Superman Legacy movie. They've decided who's going to be playing Superman and who's going to be playing Lois Lane. I have mixed emotions about it. I'm not going to lie. The guy that's playing Superman, he's got blue eyes. I'll give him that. It looks like a good head of hair. Superman's a very visual thing for me, obviously. So here they are. Here's a date. What the hell is that?
Superman's invisible.
What the hell was that? Why did that just do that? What is going on with my thing today? You've got to be kidding me.
Get out of the computer, bro.
What in the world did it do that for? That's not what's supposed to be there. Well, that's weird. Why is that doing that? What is going on with the whole system right now? Everything has just started going wonky. The stuff that's supposed to be going one place is not going where it's at. What in the world just happened to my whole system? I swear to God, I'll be ready to go. And then stuff just breaks out of nowhere. It is the strangest thing. I do not understand it. I have no idea how something that will be working just fine 1 minute will be ready to rock, and then it just doesn't work. Where is this thing at? Now I'm getting mad, guys. Now I'm just getting angry. And you know what? I do have something for when I... It's nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault. You know what it is? I'm just getting angry. This is what I have from now on when I start getting angry. I'm putting this up. Because I need friggin' Operation Icebox to go into effect. I don't know if you guys remember Operation Icebox. I told this story a long time ago when I was on the show on RMG. But Operation Icebox is what was put into effect for me when I would... start getting angry at school because I was always getting into just tiffs and little battles with everybody, because I was a fat kid. So I was always getting picked on for being the fat kid or whatever. Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong one. Hold on, guys. I might have this fixed. But so, yeah, the teachers and, all right, there we go. I think I got it fixed now. Okay, cool. The teachers put Operation Ice, the teacher and the principal, the gym teacher, Rudy, and then our principal, they created a system called Operation Icebox for when your old pal Dom would start getting angry, because I've had these anger management issues my entire life since I was a little kid. So Operation Icebox has been put into effect because I'm getting angry at my computer right now, and it's taking everything I have not to take this fucking keyboard right now and just start smashing everything in front of me. I'm getting very frustrated with it. So, When I hear Operation Icebox, I think about the movie Little Giants.
Is that the name of the girl character in that?
Yeah, Icebox. She was the Icebox.
That's
and
right.
And then I just saw it. It's funny. Right before the podcast started, I saw a tweet from Barstool Sports saying that next year is going to be like the 30th anniversary of the Little Giants game, and the Giants and Dallas are playing in the throwbacks from the movie.
Oh, get out of town! They're going to wear the jerseys.
Be playing in those jerseys. Yeah, the Giants will be playing in like the alternate red jerseys, and the Cowboys. It's kind of like the jerseys they play with now, but they're gonna reference that movie and do a little throwback game.
What a great movie! The annexation of Puerto Rico? Isn't that the big play that they win on the end? All right, I think I get this thing to work, so we can check out who is going to be. Like I said, there's some breaking news for all the Superman fans or all the DC comic fans out there. The Superman Legacy movie is out, and James Gunn has been doing screen testing over the past weekend. Despite everything that's been going on with the writer's strike and whatnot, he's still been, kicking some butt behind the scenes, getting our main man, big blue Boy Scout back on the screen with Superman Legacy. So they did their screen test this weekend, and they came up with the two people who are officially being cast, and here they are. This is David Cornsweet. I don't know how to say his name, and Rachel Brosnahan. Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of the dude before in my life.
He's got the square jaw, though.
He does have a good jaw. He's really got a great jaw.
He's got the square jaw. He's got a strong jaw. He's got the hair.
Got a great set of hair.
It wasn't there. The CGA was there. He's got the blue eyes. I mean, I can see it. He's a young Superman.
Now, he is really going to have to hit the weights. Big time going to really need to hit the weights.
Oh, they're going to throw him on all the juice in the world. This dude's going to be looking like the Hulk in 3 months.
They're going to have to do that. Now, I think I've never seen him do anything. I have seen Rachel Brosnahan do stuff before, and I can't remember what I've seen her in. I know I've liked her and stuff, but I have seen her in like clips of that marvelous Mrs. Maisel show or whatever. And she's got a great show. I've never watched it. To be honest with you, it is good.
I enjoy. I'm because of my passion for stand up and everything like that. It was it's a pretty good show to watch.
Is she actually funny?
Well, the writing is funny for her. Yeah. She acts it well.
Hold on, this mic's fighting with me. Hold on, keep talking, Mikey. Run the show for a sec. It's fighting with me.
Yeah.
There we go.
Did you also see the
fixed?
Speaking of DC, James Gunn came out and was talking about the laziness of superhero movies, kind of throwing shade at the Flash.
No, I did not hear it. So what was the shade at the Flash? Because I didn't think. Oh, here it is. There's the new story. He was talking about. He said he's hoping that won't come back to bite him in the ass, though. That is, so he is taking some shots at the other show. Well, I'd be honest with you, he's right, because this is kind of what I was telling my boys the other day, that it's just like they just rehash the same different story over and over in a different way. It's just good versus bad, and you just rehash the same story, and they just add new things in, like time travel or multiverses and stuff. So hopefully well, that's what I feel like Zack Snyder was trying to do. He was putting more of he was telling a long-term story, and he was putting more of an emotional spin on these characters and really developing all these people, and then got cut short. So I hope, sadly for, personal reasons, everything that happened with his daughter. But I'm hoping that James Gunn does lean on kind of the stuff from Smallville. Smallville was kind of comic booky, but, had a lot of heart and was very character driven for sure with Lex and Superman, the characters, interaction between Lex and Clark Kent and everything. So I think there's a lot. He's got big shoes to fill, obviously, with every Superman movie. But I just got excited about it, to tell you the truth. All I did was, I saw it and went, all right, I don't really care what he looks like at this point. I'm just happy to have it back up and running. To be honest with you, I just want my main man back. I just want a story about him. I really don't care what it is. I did see something about there is, who the potential bad guys might be. It could be the Authority. Do you know the Authority? I'm not familiar with the Authority.
I'm not familiar.
Neither am I. But apparently, it's a world where superheroes already exist. Is the world that Superman will be walking into? Like, people are familiar with them. I don't know what that means or whatever. So, because I guess he was the first one, I guess technically in the world that we know, as far as canon or whatever, he was the first one. So that'll be interesting, kind of twist on everything. And if the Authority, I think I saw they have some pretty badass villains in it. So it'll be interesting to see. I think they're newer. So if anybody knows about the Authority, call. Oh, we never did a phone check in the chat, by the way. 844-HIT-DUM, 844-448-3862 if you want to try to give us a call. I can do a little test here on my own.
I'm just excited for another Superman movie.
How could you not be?
I like superhero movies, man. It's like my generation. It's what I grew up with watching. I remember watching the first Iron Man and getting all pumped.
That was your first foray into superhero movies. I love it. Is the first Iron Man
Pretty
movie?
much.
Not the Batman movie from the 80s?
No, I watched that stuff when I was a kid, but as I'm older and I was like more into like watching movies and going to the movie theaters all the time, like that was like it was probably that or The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
That really relit that fire. Really?
I can't stand those. And it's not because I don't like Batman. I do like Batman. I just don't like the whole Christopher Nolan, any of it, to be quite honest with you. I really don't. I just don't find it entertaining I just didn't like the way Christian Bale played Batman. I didn't like the look of the whole thing. The only thing is the gadgets were kind of cool, I guess. I'll give them that. They did a better job. They did a pretty good job with the gadgets in that one. And that's always pretty important. So hopefully they will continue to do that as these other movies. Because the whole Batman multiverse is going to grow now, too. Because you're going to have the Robert Pattinson Batman and then whatever they put into this one and blah, 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 blah. So it could be a whole bunch. I also read an article
that Christian Bale turned down the Flash director because they wanted him to be in this Batman or in the Flash movie as well, and he said absolutely not.
Well, he's too cool for that. He's too big time of an actor to do that kind of stuff these days. You know what I mean? So I can see why
he said he would come back and do Batman again only if Christopher Nolan was attached, which obviously we know you wouldn't like. Do you like any of his other movies though?
I think I love all the rest of his other movies. Isn't that like Inception and all that?
Tenet.
Yeah. I want to watch that new one.
Tenet was incredible.
Oh, Tenet was bad. Oh,
I love Tenet.
Really? Oh, yeah, man. And I love that. I love, what's his name? John David Washington or whatever, the lead actor, Denzel's son. He's freaking great. Love that guy. He was great in Ballers. He's great in that. But he's even good in that movie. It was just, I didn't like the movie. It was, talk about hard to follow. Oh, my God. I didn't understand
it until like the third time through it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all, to tell you the truth. Not once. And I do think I went back and watched it a second time and just didn't care for it. But I am looking forward to that, what is it, Oppenheimer? That's his new movie?
Yeah.
I want to see that. I think that's supposed to be pretty good. So, well, we will see what happens with this Superman movie. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm glad to hear that you're excited about it as well. I hope, like I said, I hope they pump this dude full of your testosterone, the HGH. They send him to
they're going to have him on Winstrol, Deca. They're going to stack everything.
They need
to going to end up looking like.
Get him on the Rock's diet or whatever Henry Cavill or Chris Hemsworth does, and hopefully we'll have a big buff Superman. I mean, I think that's where my body dysmorphia started, is with wrestlers and Superman. because I saw
It's
them.
kind of tough for us when we were growing up, man. All the wrestlers, you could pop them with a fucking tack.
Yeah, I remember watching wrestling with. I remember when I was a little kid watching wrestling with was on with in the living room or something in my house, and I think my parents were actually making fun of it. It was like Lex Luger, I think.
I was
the
just
guy.
about to say that name. Roll out the giant mirror and pull the flexes in the mirror.
So this guy's on TV, and I remember saying to my uncle, going, "Man, I hope I can look like that someday. I want to be just like that." And of course, I'm this big pudgy ass little kid as it is already. And he really like got in my head, and like for some reason it like sticks to my head to this day, where he was like, "You never want to get that big. You won't be able to scratch your own back because your muscles are too big." I don't know why that like got in
Sounds
my
like
head.
my father.
It just like stuck there, and he's like, "Yeah, you'll never be able to scratch your own back." So yeah, I hope Superman. We get a big buff Superman that can't scratch his own back. But yeah, that totally messed me up for years. Lex Luger and his big buff body, and Superman and all that. But hey, whatever. I'm not the 400-pound piece of crap I used to be, right? I do have a couple things here happening in the chat. I noticed Brap, of course, was first. I feel like that goes without saying, unless I pretty much assume he was first, Brap, in the chat, unless I tell you otherwise, basically. But he was first, so give him a shout forever. And he always does give us a warning when he won't be first to try to give all you guys a shot. So go back and check. You can read all that. But I'd like to welcome No Fear to the League of Dummies, now an official member of the League of Dummies. And you guys know how you can do that. It's the best way to support the show. Anybody can be in the League of Dummies just by hanging out in the chat with us. But if you want to be an official member, you have to actually hit that join button, $1.99 a month, and you'll help support the show so much. And Aussie Sam also joined. Good to see Aussie Sam. I hope he's back from his trip safe and sound, and he had a great trip. He was motorcycling across Australia, so we showed a clip of him. I don't know if he knows that we did show some shots of his motorcycle and all that good stuff. So I hope you had a great trip. And Shark did a little super chat, super fan donation in there with some birthday cake stuff. He says, "Happy birthday to Ninja Ginja. Happy birthday to our dude, another member of the league. I appreciate it, dude. And happy birthday. Hope you have a great one."
Happy birthday, Ninja.
Yeah, right? Did you guys hear about, there was some major breaking news that came down kind of last night and into this morning, other than the Superman stuff that was pretty crazy. Where is this? It was some exclusive audio of our former president hanging out with some ladies. So I figured I would just play it for you, and you guys can decide for yourself what you think. Oh, wait, wrong clip.
That's my president right there.
I love this. I can watch this over and over and over again. I love it so much. So yeah, that was actually not the audio. I actually was joking.
I was saying, that's breaking news.
Yeah. So. Hang on, dude. I'll be right out. Mikey, I got to grab something from outside. Hold the fort for 1 second. We'll come back and we'll play the actual audio clip. I know we just checked in with the chat, but do it again for me because I got to run outside for a second.
Yeah, I got you.
All right,
I'll
cool.
check in with the chat. See what's
going
on. Hey, everyone, make sure we hit the like button on tonight's episode. Sammy Viking, what up, buddy? I'm wondering if Sammy Viking's happy about our draft this year. He's the only other Viking fan I think I know. At least here. But no, I haven't heard this clip of what Dumb's talking about yet. I have no idea what Trump was caught on recording saying to some ladies. I can only imagine what it's going to be like. That's really tough, Vanilla Charlie. I mean, I love what Jack Nicholson did. It's going to have to be Jack. It really does. I love The Dark Knight. I loved Heath Ledger as the Joker as well, but it's still going to end up going back to Jack Nicholson. For sure.
All right.
So I just realized we might have an issue here. I might have to go switch mics because I'm noticing that the other batteries that I just put in this bad boy are also dying. So I might have to switch for mics here in a sec, which means it might be an early break. But let me try to get this audio pulled up or this video of actually our president. Oh, you know what? I do have a phone call real quick. I think I probably know who it is, so we'll see how long this phone call lasts. Hi, you're on another dumb show.
Hey, what's for the eating challenge, bud?
What's that?
I said, what's for the eating challenge? I seen that the live stream was taken down yesterday. I didn't know. I think I missed something.
No, it didn't. We posted the show. It was up. Sorry if you missed it, bud. But all right, cool. Have a good day. Thank you.
No, it seems
So that was a long time to sit on hold for that. All right, so I am going to play the audio of Trump. This came down. I was joking around about him trying to show off for chicks with that when he was hanging out with a bunch of ladies making those noises, because this audio that came down of him, and I know he said that's your president, but I don't know, Mikey. After this, you got to. Well, they're all idiots. So this isn't like I love Joe Biden so much, Trump. I hate Trump so much. They're all idiots, and let's just highlight what idiots they all are, because Trump is up to more shenanigans.
Yeah, he's my idiot.
There you go. Well, enjoy your idiot being braggadocious ass douchebag for some Cougars. Here you go.
Bad, sick people.
That was your coup, against you.
Well, it started right at the
like
beginning.
when Millie's talking about,
listen to that.
Try to do a coup. No, they were trying to do that
Here it
before
comes.
you even were sworn in.
Paper wagon.
Right, trying to overthrow your election.
Well, with Millie, let me see that. I'll show you an example. He said
Look how cool I am.
that I wanted to attack Iran. Isn't it amazing? I have a big pile of papers. This thing just came up. Look. This was him. They presented me this. This is off the record, but they presented me this. This was him. This was the Defense Department and him. Wow. We looked at him. This was him. This wasn't done by me. This was him. All sorts of stuff. It's pages long. Look. Wait a minute. Let's see here. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I just found, isn't that amazing? This totally wins my case, Except it is like highly confidential, secret. This is secret information. But look at this. You attack, and
Hillary would print that out all the time,
she'd send
Private
it.
email.
No, she'd send it to Anthony Weiner.
That was actually pretty funny.
By the way, isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
I was just saying, because we were talking about it, and he said he wanted to attack Iran and what. These are the
You did.
papers.
It's pretty
This was done by the military, given to me. I think we can probably, right?
I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, we'll have to try to
Declassify.
figure out
it. See, as president, I could have declassified.
Yeah.
Now I can't, but this is classified.
now we have a problem.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
It's so cool. I mean, it's so. Here and I have, and you probably almost.
Best
didn't
part's
believe
coming
me,
to the
but
whole
now
thing.
you believe me.
No, I believe
It's
you.
incredible, right?
No,
Hey, bring some Cokes in, please.
That's my favorite part of the whole thing. So yeah, there he is. So there's President Trump waving around classified documents. Allegedly, they pretty obvious that went. Mikey, do you think he's just showing off a newspaper article about himself, or do you think he's waving around the classified documents?
He's got no idea what the hell he's hanging on to. Those are all, who knows what the hell it is. He has no idea what he's hanging on to. He's just throwing words around like that.
I did see a pretty funny thing in there, him saying that, I don't know what the quote was, that not exact, I'm paraphrasing, but something along the lines, what you were saying was, how am I supposed to know what's in all these boxes? I mean, all these papers are mixed in with my golf shirts and my golf pants. It's just like, what? You have golf shirts and golf pants mixed in with Iran war documents? Like, dude, what is wrong with this guy?
Yeah, I see him just being awfully like disheveled. Anybody that has ketchup with their well done steak, it's just you don't picture the most coof guy. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not very.
Well, I think so. This doesn't change your opinion about him at all. Doesn't make you because if he runs again, you'd still want to vote for him even after doing this.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, he ran our country very well when he was running it. All the other stuff, I don't care. Yes, he's braggadocious. Yes, he's over the top. Yes, he is embarrassing and not a good look for us. But he runs our country like a business, and that's the way it needs to be run.
Interesting. All right. I would disagree with you. I think I don't like the douchiness of him, to be honest with you. I can't get past it. It's too hard for me. And I told you, it's
either the douchiness of him or the absolute bullshit that I know I'm being spoon-fed through a president's mouth like Obama or Clinton that were magicians with words that made everything sound so wonderful and so peaceful and so great. And it was all just a load of shit.
You didn't feel like there was hope and or change, Mikey?
Yeah, you get that when I'm young in my 20s and I still have that hope and you believe all these empty promises and you never see anything. You don't see any of the results from it.
So you're willing to let us be kind of looked at the guy who's kind of like buddies with Putin and he's, well, who knows? Biden might be buddies with them too, with all the stuff that him and Hunter were up to over there. So who knows?
I was just about to say, who's a better buddy with Putin?
That's
the
a good
Bidens
question.
Or the Trumps?
It's a very good question. All right, I got a couple emails here we'll read, and then I do have a pretty crazy story. I don't know, a few other stories to talk about tonight. Some boobs coming up. I feel like boobs, so that's good. I saw somebody in the chat asking how I felt about the Superman casting. I actually talked about it right at the beginning of the show, dude, so I have to rewind and go back and check it out to see that. Where did that go? Oh, hold on one second. Okay, cool. So here's a couple emails. This one's from Matthew. He said, Dumb, on issue 53 show, when trying to show how deep the Titanic is under the water, you never got into the video. He thought he passed it up. It's 12,000 feet deep. I feel like I could be wrong. I may, because we were pretty deep at that point, and I thought we were already past one of the deeper ones. So maybe I'll go back and watch the video, but I'm pretty sure he's incorrect about that. Where is the other one I was going to read? Oh, Emily asked she said, Dumb, glad you got the show up and running again. Doesn't always get to catch the show on the days I post. She goes back and watches missed shows. Never knows what issue number we're on. Could you possibly add the date and the info that shows up on YouTube? So I did start doing that for Emily, so I'll put the dates on there for her. Hannah said, Hey, Dumb, I want to thank you for all the Taylor Swift references during the shows. You're welcome. Happy to do it. I enjoy talking about Tay-Tay. I talk Tay-Tay all day. Did you hear? She's got her new album coming out. She's going to be releasing the song. There's all kinds of buzz because it's the one about John Mayer. Oh, man, we could go on all day about it, but I know you guys don't like Taylor as much as me and Hannah. She's also saying, I hope you're feeling better or at least a little better than yesterday. Rest up and don't worry if you have to take a show off. We understand. Love the show, Hannah. No way, baby. We are here and we are up and running and rolling. So, Hannah, doing it just for you, baby. And I got an email here from Vanilla Charlie. He's asking if he apologized if I already talked about this story and missed it. Akron schools are doing this thing where they are locking up the student phones. He was wondering, as a parent, what are my thoughts about this? And he sent me a link to the news story. And I actually saw this news story earlier today, ironically, before he sent me this email. And my first reaction was like, that's some bullshit. What if we're living in a world where people are coming in and shooting up schools? I want my kid to be able to call me and say goodbye to me, at least if something's happening. I mean, I know that's the most awful, morbid way to think about it, but that's it. That's how I feel about it. I think it's also, I understand how distracting phones could be. I totally get that. But I'm really just like, not even a little bit interested in like dealing with, well, it's not that I'm not dealing, I'm sorry. It feels like teachers aren't interested in dealing with the kids because it's part of like getting them to understand you aren't allowed to use it, so don't use it. Just like in the future, if you work at a job, if you aren't allowed to use it, don't use it. So just put it away and leave it put away. And if they can't follow the directions, send them out of class. It's just that simple. I mean, you disagree?
Well, I was going to say, in theory, that sounds great, but the amount of people that are just absolutely defiant to it anyways, and the lack of workforce. Like, we walked into my mother's store today, and the girl at the register that's supposed to be watching the door is sitting on the counter on her phone, just scrolling, just kind of looking up as people walk in and walk out.
Well, I guess it's learned behavior at this point.
Knows full well she's not supposed to be doing that. My mother's a manager in the store. Well, was a manager in the store. She's getting ready to retire soon, thank God. And but just complete disregard. We went around, shopped, got my little. I just got a flat top grill, and when we got up there, she's still sitting there on her phone, sitting right on the register.
Well, here's the thing too. Like Leper Messiah has a great point here in the chat. He actually was going right to where my point was, is that it's not just about. Well, first, I think, like I said before, if do what you're told, put the phones away. That's it. Those are the rules. Just friggin' do it. And if you don't do it, you don't get to come to school. That's simple. But Leper Messiah says what the real reason is. His kids go to Akron, and the only reason they're passing this is so that the parents can't see the violence that's going on in the Akron public schools. And I did see that as one of the things that people are complaining about, saying that there's so much going on in these schools and the kids are just trying to record it and document all the like ridiculousness that's going on in classes where kids are, yelling and fighting back with teachers. I think we're living in such a different world, or maybe I just grew up in such a little, suburb where that kind of stuff didn't happen. Like, there was never ever an incident where a kid was started screaming at a teacher or threatened a teacher or anything like that. That was the furthest thing from, like, there was a legendary story about one kid who got into a fight with a teacher, like, and Daniel, welcome to the League of Dummies. I just saw that and it's about to disappear, so I didn't want to miss that. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate you joining, dude. There was one legendary story about this kid who supposedly was on acid when he ran out of the school after a big, and this is like one of those urban legend stories. So every school has it. He supposedly ran out, was running away from the school. The principal sprinted out after him, and he turned around and he started chucking rocks at the principal, and he hit the principal's head, and that's why the principal had this little scar on his head to this day. That was the legend that went around. So that was the only story I ever heard even close to that. And Leper's saying he's got the videos of kids being dragged into bathrooms and beaten by multiple people. Geez Louise, send me these videos, man. I'd love to. I mean, I don't want to see it happening because it's bad, but I'd love to be able to show everybody what you're talking about. Brap saying he went to small school. His school only had 500 total students for all the grades when he graduated. I only had 400 or like 450 in my high school. It was very small. So there was nothing like that going on.
450 in your whole high school?
Yeah, I think, 450, 425, something like that. It was really small for all four grades.
470 in our graduating class.
Okay. Well, yeah, my main thing with I don't think they should be putting them in the bags for safety reasons, number one. Number two, just for, being told what to do, basically. Just learn from it. That's it. Those are the freaking rules. When you're not allowed to fight, so don't pull your phone out either. If they're fighting, they should be thrown out of school. It just seems like another thing to, I don't understand. Like, what do they think the kids are going to learn from this by telling them to put their stuff in the bag? The kids are going to be that much more attentive in school? No. So I think there probably is something to Leper's thing. Yeah, email it to me, Leper. He said he'll send it to me. AnotherDumbShow@gmail.com. AnotherDumbShow@gmail.com. 844-HIT-DUMB, 844-448-3862. I'll grab this call. We'll see what's going on, but we'll grab this one. Hi, you're on Another Dumb Show. Who's this? It's you. 920, it's you. Do you have a bird?
The door's open.
Oh.
I'll go close the door in a second.
That's all right. Hey, who's this?
It just rained here. So
920, it's you. What's up?
Nigel?
Yeah, that's you. What's up, man? You're on Another Dumb Show.
Dumb. Yo, what's up, Dumb?
What's
man,
up?
It's been a long time, man.
Who is this?
You're awesome. It's Vlad from the chat.
Hey, Vlad, how are you,
Dude.
man? I appreciate you calling in. What's going on, dude? You just hanging out?
Not too much. Just smoking. You know, smoking the reef.
I had a feeling.
Dude.
I had a feeling.
Bro, I have a huge issue. I know it's the name change and RMG.
The name
Charlie.
change?
The name change, you know, set the name. He deleted that because of the name. Charlie's butt plug.
I have no idea what you're talking about, man. I have no clue what you're talking about, bro. What?
Bro, in the aftermath. I know it's...
No,
he
I don't. I
literally
have no
reset
problem talking about it. I just don't understand what you're saying. What about the aftermath?
All right. Well, my name was set Charlie's butt plug.
Okay.
And
I remember
texted him
seeing that
something.
back in the day, yeah.
Yeah. And literally like 30 seconds after I sent a message, it was reset. And I got a message saying that you do not have a name set. So is Charlie resetting names that he doesn't like? That's my question.
I don't think that's happening, Vlad, because about every other text message that I send in, it tells me the same exact thing. It's just a problem with their phone software. There's nobody resetting your name.
No, I don't even think they have
Sure,
the capability
because,
to do that, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, in fact, I know they don't. They don't. The screening stuff for the texts and tweets that come in, you can't change it. It's set through however the text comes in. So like you can't go in and reset someone's name. They're not even connected in that sense. I know it sounds weird, but it's essentially just aggregating all of this information and just sends it as a feed. So there's no way to change it. I don't even think you can block people on there.
I think Rover said it. He can.
Okay, well, he would know how to use it better than I would. I wasn't. I tried not to press it, but because I didn't want to break it, because it's his stuff, and I was just happy that it was there to use while we were doing the live show. So, Vlad, anything else?
Yeah.
I don't think my buddy is.
Dude, I do.
Okay.
Dude, bro, you have to get on back. You have to come back to the show. I mean, Crystal's okay. I mean, I'm sorry. I know this is totally, dude, bro. You have to come back. I'm sorry, Crystal's just not cutting it. I understand you can't talk about it. Whatever. I understand all the.
Yeah, well, Brett, Vlad, I do appreciate you wanting me back on the old show. I believe the old show has had enough of this squeaky wheel, and so I think they're just happy to roll without me, to be quite honest with you. So nothing personal. It's not that it just didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? That's it. And that's it. So now you're stuck here. You have to turn me on if you want to hear about my life and all my antics. You're stuck doing it here on YouTube. All right?
All right. No
Perfect.
problem,
All right, I appreciate it. All right, get your smoke on, dude. All right, later, dude. All right, one more. Let's see, and then I got to go fix this mic. Hi, you're on another dumb show.
Hey, Dumb, can you help me reset my email password, dude?
Hello, this is Brad. How can I help you today? This is the tech line for RNG. Is there a problem when you call into the show? No, I appreciate it. Thank you very much, dude. No, that was hey, look, I'm like I said, I'm happy to talk about. But when I did this the first go around at the old studio, 1.0 people are calling it or whatever. I did not want to talk about the old show because it was still too sour to me and it was too much. Now it's like. It's far enough gone that I don't care. You want to talk about it? Talk about it. Call and ask. Send questions. I don't give a shit. I really don't. I don't listen, so I have no way to judge whether Crystal is doing a good job or not. I certainly don't call, so I'm not able to hear I'm not able to critique her phone screening, and I don't hear the phone calls to know whether or not she's doing good. I know Mikey probably calls all the time. Do you still call into the show?
I still call. I don't get on that often. Like I'm not because I don't listen. I only listen for a couple hours a day. And in the morning, I'm listening to music and stuff when I'm at the gym. So I usually don't pick up till like 8:30.
Yeah.
But I'll still call every once in a while. I call the aftermath more than I call anything else.
That's cool. Right on. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Everybody says we're not stuck here on YouTube. We love it here. Well, thank you, Brittany. I appreciate you saying that. It's very nice. Right on. All right. So let me do this, guys. I'm going to take a quickie. I'm going to try to find either another battery or might have to get my handheld mic here. And then we come back. So I guess to wrap up that back in school story, I don't like the bags. They're unsafe. Get rid of the bags.
I didn't even think about it that way, of them trying to stop kids from recording violence and stuff like that. And I don't know if schools are more violent now. I think the more that people see it online and the more that it is broadcast out there, the more that it seems that it's okay to do. So maybe it does breed a little bit more of it, or that absolute defiance to listening and wanting to show off in front of the camera. There was never no cameras to show off in front of. You were just showing off in front of kids. But now you're showing off. As soon as you see 3 kids take out their phone, you're like, oh, this is for the gram. Now I got to definitely make sure to add some bravado to this.
I am so lucky I didn't grow up in a time where we had cell phones and or the internet in school, because I would have been immediately gone. I'm lucky it was the only internet we had. I think was in my senior year. We found a way to download a picture of Jenny McCarthy in Playboy in the school library, and we thought we were just the coolest in the world and it was just printing like line at a time.
What was it, late 90s for you?
I graduated in 96. So yeah, it was we had
it was a decade before me. I graduated in 05.
Yeah, Netscape Navigator, baby. That was the first thing you guys probably don't even remember that. But yeah, that was what we were using in my school library, and we finally got it to print out somehow, and I remember it was printing, and but it was color. But it was just one weird line at a time. So we had this weird kind of pixelated picture of Jenny McCarthy naked that we were just all passing around, that we all thought was just the coolest thing ever, because we got free porn. And we didn't have to steal from our dad.
I just escaped high school before social media really took over. It was 05, and all we really had was AIM for like 3 or 4 years, like from freshman year all the way through. So there was some shit talking online and stuff like that, but it
like nothing
like the way it was when MySpace and Facebook came out.
Right after I graduated high school is when like AOL Instant Messenger, like the AOL chat, the chat. Well, not the AIM, the chat. Like what was it called?
AOL Instant Messenger. That's what it was. When you had all the different chat rooms and stuff like that.
Yes,
is that going through it? ASL and
the ASL? Okay. Yep.
Oh,
if that would have been around,
every Friday night with me and 4 of my homeboys.
I wouldn't have played a sport. I wouldn't have done anything. I would have lived in front of that computer ASLing all day and all night. That's all I would have been doing, because the second it came, when I was 19 or 20 or whatever, that is all I did. I was cybering it up, man. What are you wearing? I was all into that, man. I loved that shit. And then you try to get him on the phone. It's a whole progression, man. That was the best, man. I would have loved to have had that in high school. Well, I take that back. It would have been fun to have had, but I would have gotten into a massive amount of trouble, for sure. All right. So like I said, actually, I'm going to just run this, I think, as long as I can. If it's staying on, I'm going to run it until as long as I can. And if it dies, I'll just do it. We'll just go to break when it dies. Did you see what happened? Say that again?
I said, ride it till the wheels fall off.
Exactly right. Did you see what happened with Jimmie Johnson and his family?
No, I did not.
So Jimmie Johnson is married to a woman named Chandra Janway. I think that's Chandra or Chandri. I can't remember how exactly you say her name. But he's married to her. She's, I guess, a supermodel. I never really heard of her before. But this woman's mother, Jimmie Johnson's mother-in-law, She murdered her husband and her 11-year-old grandson on Monday night and then took her own life afterwards. Muskogee police say 60-year-old Terry Janway is suspected of shooting and killing her husband, 69-year-old Jack Janway, and their 11-year-old grandson, Dalton. Oof, that's so sad. Terry and Jack's daughter, Chandra, that's her name, is the wife of NASCAR driver Jimmie Johnson. Police say around 9 p.m., Terry called 911. Terry, the actual woman who did it, called 911 and reported a disturbance and someone with a gun. When officers got on scene, they saw a person laying on the hallway inside on the front by the front door. They also said they heard gunshots from inside the house while they were pulling the person on the hallway out of the house. So they got there basically right after the incident, and then right after when the police arrived, it sounds like she ended up shooting herself. So absolutely crazy story. The mayor, it happened in Muskogee, an Okie from Muskogee, Oklahoma. The mayor of the city, he commented on it and he said he knew the family. I guess the guy that got murdered was a prominent chiropractor in town. And his quote, it's kind of long quote, but long story. It says, more than ever, love each other, be concerned, basically talked about mental health. So it sounds like this woman's been dealing with some mental health issues. And
yeah, I'd imagine.
That's obviously for somebody to do this, but I kind of was digging to trying to find out why. And it turns out that in 2014, this woman's, the husband, Jack, and the wife who ended up killing him and killing herself, Terry and Jack, they had a son named Jordan who died in a skydiving accident in 2014. Yeah, so it seems like it might be one of those situations of a mother who just really couldn't seem to get, maybe, I'm speculating, I don't know, but what other reason would there be for a woman to just completely go berserk like this and kill her husband and her kid? Or her,
I
grandson.
imagine losing a kid like that and not knowing how to live without their kid.
Well, yeah, and it's weird how it like twists their brain around to the point where they like think about, Jimmie Johnson from NASCAR, not NFL Jimmie Johnson.
That's what I thought at first, and I was like, "What supermodel? What?
My
Jimmie
bad,
Johnson,
yeah.
supermodel."
I mean, he does have that helmet hair.
Get it.
He's got that great helmet hair, but no, that is not wrong. Jimmie Johnson, I.E., not Y. Jimmy I.E.
There we go.
But yeah, so no, he. It seems like it's kind of as far as this woman. The weird dynamic where people who have that kind of situation, like she couldn't see anybody else living a happy life or something, and that's what drove her to that, or she couldn't take it anymore. Like I never understand how it goes to like why the kid too, like what could have been going on that would like she was so unstable. Did she have something going on all along? Is she like schizophrenic and like it was just the fact that the kid died in a skydiving accident was just a coincidence, and she's always been kind of crazy. For lack of a better term. So yeah, this whole thing is just kind of nuts. It's a pretty awful situation. I feel bad for Jimmie Johnson and his family, the whole thing. So Brittany says, feels like the women offing their family happened way less than the other way around. That is true. You do hear about it a lot less frequently than men. There's a lot of men that seem to do that for sure.
Men on that way that love taking a bunch of people with them.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, did you see? I didn't want to tell this story because it's kind of weird. Did you see the Barstool Sports story that was about the coach of the University of Florida baseball team?
I did not see that.
Okay, so there's this weird kind of related, unrelated but similar story. So. It's a really crazy story. So, the University of Florida coach of the baseball coach of the NCAA University of Florida baseball team, their coach, I think his name is Kevin O'Sullivan. He, back several years ago, was accused of having an affair with a bat boy's mom. Now, this And the Bat Boy, you know, they're like 12-year-olds or whatever that come out and they help the team. They get the, you know, when the Bat Boys, when the batter's done batting, the Bat Boys go run out to the thing. They pick up the bat. They take their helmet for them, their elbow pads, all that stuff, whatever. So it's like a little kid. Well, the little kid also has a dad and a mom. Apparently the coach somehow developed, alleged. This is all alleged, so I don't know any of this is true. But the coach supposedly had an affair with the Bat Boy's mom. The father found out about this woman's husband, and he killed his 2 kids and himself. And then several years later, and there was actually a whole bunch of stuff that actually happened with the 2 kids were killed there. It was in Florida. Governor DeSantis, he ended up putting together a whole bill to prevent children who are killed, their autopsies to be released, because this guy was just awful what he did. I mean, he killed them and then he actually burned the house down, and they don't know if the kids were alive or not, blah, 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 blah.
Oh.
So that kind of
the
stuff.
autopsy results were like made public or something like that?
Yeah, and that they did end up being made public, and that's why DeSantis put the bill together to block that from being made, like children from being made public if they're killed by their parents, I believe, or something along those lines. So then the story gets a little bit crazier. Is that even after all that goes down, O'Sullivan like speaks, I believe, at the celebration of life for the kids. And then down the road, the woman ends up marrying.
What a move!
Well, this woman ends up marrying O'Sullivan. So yeah. So, and again, nobody knows if that's what caused the this guy to go nuts. Was the alleged affair between these 2?
Come on.
Well, it's just like that's why the guy was
the biggest contributing factor.
Say that one more time.
I said that's definitely the biggest contributing factor to why this man definitely went off the deep end.
Yeah, but again, it's all alleged, so you never know if this affair actually happened or blah 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 blah. But the guy had sent the guy who murdered the kids and everything had sent texts along the lines of, "This is all your fault for not putting your family first." So just kind of an ugly story, and I didn't want to talk about it because again, it's all totally speculative and nobody knows. And even like Barstool, I've never really seen Barstool, like they make everything so sensational kind of when they tell the story, which is fun. It's actually why it's an entertaining website. But they like when they told this story, they put so many times alleged, speculative, we have no if this is actually real. But their big point was, why did nobody cover this? Why did this not get bigger coverage? Because it is a very, very unique and very strange story that you would think would have gotten a lot more national attention if, that's why I wonder if there are just so many other details involved with it, and maybe because of the college and who knows what, and hushing, how colleges are with hushing stuff. Speaking of that, Ohio State just got screwed. I just saw they're going to have to let the people who were involved in that the sexual assault scandal with that doctor that was going on. Do you remember back on RMG we had a guy on the show, his name Will Knight. He was one of the people who was an assault victim of that Dr. Strauss guy at OSU.
Yep.
OSU just lost a case in court to where these guys are going to be able to move forward with their cases and against the school because the school had said, no, the statute of limitations ran out, so it's really not that big of a deal at this point. We're just gonna, they're just gonna have to let it go. And we've settled with a lot of these people at this point. But now all these people are gonna be able to come forward and tell their stories. So that Jim Jordan guy, there might be a lot of people pointing out that guy's full of shit because he, that representative Jim Jordan, if you like Trump, I'm figuring you probably like Jim Jordan. That guy, he was part of the wrestling program as a coach at the time. And he claimed that he had no knowledge of any of this, didn't see anything, didn't hear anything. And from what I remember, I believe that guy Will had said that that Jim Jordan was aware of all of it. So it'll be interesting to see how that progresses moving forward because, that's just another example of a huge institution covering things up. And then after the fact, trying to save face with some settlements and things like that, and then just pretending like we'll just sweep it under the rug. We've made a lot of changes over the years, so it's okay. We can just pay it out and act like it never happened. Meanwhile, these poor guys can't go to the bathroom, or they can't go get they can't put tape on if they want to go do some sort of event with their kids. They don't want to blow out their ankle, and they try to put tape on themselves. It gives them PTSD because of what some freaking doctor did to them, shit like that. So.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it's messed up. It's definitely messed up for sure. So, all right, I am going to take a quick break because I actually have to go to the bathroom. And we come back. I like I mentioned, we do have some boobs. I got a few stories today that kind of caught my eye because, they involve boobs. I love boobs, guys. There's like I said, I was telling my kids the other day. There are people. Oh, we got a new member in there. Who's that? Dave, welcome to the League of Dummies, my dude. We really appreciate you coming in and joining, my friend. Thank you for becoming an official member of the League of Dummies. What is going on in there? What is this guy going ham about in here for? What is going on? What's this guy going nuts about? Dumb had inappropriate contact with. Oh, for God's sake, these people are out of control. Yes, please put that all up on. We are living in a world of crazy, insane people who have weird vendettas against people that they've never met and have just no, there's just I just think of Trump talking about 300, remember when Trump said the thing about 300-pound losers in their bedroom, in their mom's basement doing stuff. That's all I just think of when I think of this guy who's just calling relentlessly. Guys, he's just been calling and calling and calling over and over and over, and I'm just not answering it. And when he didn't do that, now he's gone into the chat and he's just making up insane, ridiculous stuff. So please, please making more stuff up, please, because it seems like the more stuff you make up in there, I'm getting more people that want to join the channel. So everything's spicy. I appreciate you joining the channel. Thank you so much. It's good to have so many people supporting us. I really appreciate it. So, T-Wo, you've said your piece. You're full of shit. If that's it. So I'm gonna boot this guy, and we'll try to move on and do a good rest of the show. And
I was gonna say, speaking of Barstool, did you see what they got going on today? What Bussin' with the Boys is doing? If you're familiar with that podcast at all, Taylor Lewan and Will Compton, they're doing Beer Olympics.
I don't watch that show. I've heard it's pretty good. I have to get out. Mikey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that's the disconnect between me and your age group and B1's age group a little bit. And she's kind of in between, I think. How old are you?
37.
37. So yeah, she's 32. So she's actually younger than you. So she's actually, it's kind of weird. It's actually in between. But you are really into YouTube shows and podcasts and stuff like that. And I just turn on the networks and watch I have YouTube TV. And I turn on Fox News or CNN or, just basically because I watch a lot of news. And if I'm not watching news, I'm watching NFL Network or some other sporting event that's on. I don't really go
it's literally it's a generational gap thing. It really is, because my best friend David is your age and he's the same exact way. I tell him about all these podcasts. He goes, I don't even know what a podcast is, Mike. I can't even tell you. And
it kills me because I do it. It's what I do now for, as part of my living between DJing and doing this is what I'm trying to do now. So you'd think I'd have a little bit more awareness of it and maybe watch how they do it and maybe learn from it. So that would be, might be a good idea, Sean, to kind of watch that stuff instead of just watching.
I was just saying they're doing a giant Beer Olympics today, and it's Bert Kreischer and Shane Gillis as a team.
That's cool.
Taylor Lewan, Will Compton, David Bakhtiari's there, George Kittle's there.
I thought that Shane Gillis guy got canceled a while back.
You can't get canceled these days.
He came back. So him and Morgan Wallen are the two people that got uncanceled.
He's touring in theaters right now. The guy's doing big things. He got the gold stamp of approval from Joe Rogan.
Do you know that Matt Rife dude? You like that guy?
He's hilarious for a young comic, man.
He's really funny.
And he's a pretty boy too, which you don't normally see. You're just
Oh,
waiting
yeah.
for like the Crystalia comments to come out.
Oh yeah, when I'm getting all like when I was getting all like all up in B1's worried what she's doing, like checking her followers. I saw she followed him one time when I was being all what's this bitch up to? And I was like, who's this fucking guy? And then I actually started watching some of his clips, and he's really funny. I love how he interacts with the crowd.
Crowd work
really,
is incredible. Oh my god!
really
Between
funny.
him and Andrew Schultz right now, they're probably the two best crowd work comedians out there.
I think I saw that guy too. Is he like kind of a
Tall, gangly guy.
I have to look at that. I don't know what that guy looks, but no, that was
You
really.
know who he is. He got real popular during the pandemic. He came out with a little YouTube special where he would just go on these rants and blow up.
Oh yeah,
whatever was the pop culture.
that is him. That is the guy. That guy's funny. That guy's good too, for sure.
Yep.
Definitely. He's another guy that's good with the crowd. They're the ones that kind of like throw a lot of sacred cows out, like a lot of borderline racist, like just kind of not racist,
Borderline,
but
no, it's just
stereotypes. They just hit
Campbell up.
stereotypes and kind of hit on those. So those are definitely very fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but that guy, that Matt Rife guy, he's one of these dudes that his tickets went through the roof.
Dude, I've never seen his ticket prices around here. He added 2 other shows locally around here. He's doing like a casino at Del Lago. And the tickets were like $300 to $400 each. The first show sold out in like less than an hour. So he added 2 more shows, and still right now, if I'm trying to find tickets for the guy, they're $500. It's ridiculous.
That's what I'm reading right here. It says some website, Ticket Smarter or whatever. It says $456.81 is the average price you'll pay to see this dude. Average. So the lowest was $79. So that means there's people paying $500, $600, $700 to see this guy. That's insane.
Dude, the ladies love him. Girls are infatuated.
Oh yeah, I mean he looks like a model. I mean, where is he? I get a picture of this guy. What's his Matt Rife? Oh, I don't want ticket prices. I just want to see this cute boy. Oh yeah, come on. Look at the bone structure we're talking about. Look at the bone structure on this guy. Come on. What I think he's hot. Come on. I don't blame chicks one bit for being into that guy. So, all right. Well, we're going to come back and we're going to get into what I'm into, and that's boobs. We're going to talk there's a couple stories that I saw, and actually I was giving a lady a hard time last week for kind of holding out on her man, and I found somebody who might be even worse than her, a dude. So, we'll be right back on another dumb show. In the meantime, while we're in a break, I haven't been able to fix that back to 8 minutes, by the way. So I apologize that it's longer, and I can't interrupt it or it screws the whole thing up, and I can't fix it right now. So tomorrow, I promise we'll be back to the shorter break, and it won't be as long. So I just didn't get to that today. So since you're going to have a little extra time, take a minute. Hit that like button on today's video. Make sure you hit a chance to subscribe to today's video, all that good stuff. Notifications on, all that jazz. I'm going to put you in the break. We'll be right back. Sit tight. Hang on.
Welcome. We're back. Welcome back to another Dumb Show. I'm another Dumb Show host. Welcome back to issue 56. I appreciate everybody joining us, streaming with us here on YouTube this evening. Hope you guys are having a good night. Second hour, always happy hour here on another Dumb Show. I hear my main man Mikey down there. What's up, brother? How are you?
Hey, buddy.
I see you're feeling good. Did you enjoy yourself during the break there, my friend?
I did. This time I actually didn't get lost in the chat, and I actually remembered to spark the J.
That's
Normally
good.
It gets to like a minute 30 left, and I'm like, what the I forgot to do everything I said I was going to do.
Yeah, I spent my time frantically searching for batteries, digging through remote controls.
I was about to say, how many remotes did you rob from?
Well, unfortunately, most of my remotes apparently have are all AA or AAA at this point. I need AA's. So I'm down to my red light here, but I got my backup ready to go. If I got to go to the handheld, I'll go to the handheld. But yeah, every battery I found here, they're all dead. I got no live batteries here. So I did do a Oh, I just forgot. Did it go through? Did it go through? Did it go through? Come on.
Got some batteries on the way?
I got batteries on the way, baby. I need them anyway, so let's get them here. Let's do it.
Did you say, what'd you use to order them?
GoPuff.
I thought GoPuff was a weed delivery service for the longest time, so I never even looked into what it was.
Yeah, it's
I was
just
like, that shit ain't legal in New York. I'm not even going to look at it.
I got a free delivery thing right now for it or whatever. So wait, what? Why did that just charge me that much? Oh man, did I just order twice? Oh well, whatever. Hey, at least I'll have a lot of batteries. Whatever, we'll make it work.
Can't use that as an excuse in the future. Remember this, chat.
So,
remember, he just double ordered batteries, so there should never be a time where he's running off camera going, my batteries!
I know. All right, let's see. Let's get. I did promise. Before I get into the boobs that I had mentioned, Mikey, did you happen to see any of the recap? The beginning of the show today? Anything that was playing there?
The girl that was eating. I saw some of her video yesterday. I saw her, she eats 3 cheeseburgers, a 6-piece nugget. It's very similar to what what my go-to was.
The Mikey's McDonald's challenge, yes.
Yeah.
So here's the short of it real quick again, just so you can see it. So, there we go. All right, so here's the short. It's like a minute long. But I just want to see if we should try to get this girl. What do you think about maybe trying to get this girl on or something? So hang on. I mean, not bad looking. Not bad looking. Look at that.
That's a bite and a half, man.
Huge bite. Huge bite. She's almost taken off her finger. She's really.
That's 4 bites per?
Yeah, 4 bites per Big Mac. So those go down real quick. Now, yesterday I broke down the time on this, and it came out because there's, this is all edited, but the actual time it took her to do it was almost 30 minutes, I think. So way, almost double the amount of time it took me to do mine. Now, she does have a little bit more food. She's got less nuggets and more burgers. So I do think that might cause a little bit more of a challenge for me as far as the biting and chewing it all. That could be a bit of an issue for me.
And she goes with dessert too.
Yep. But then she goes for water at the end. So that's a little bit of I don't know if that counts. So I do think it would be
Speaking
fun.
of the Mikey's McDonald's challenge, I mean, we should definitely reach out to her. But I did see Curious George in the chat popping some shit earlier, saying he could beat it.
Well, there are a couple people in line ahead of Curious George, and I would absolutely love to have George do it for sure. But we do have, I believe his name's Jason, is already ahead of him. Jason already.
We need Jason to fail miserably is what we need to do. We need him to not even get through 2 Big Macs because
you're going to be wearing that. You're going to be wearing that Bills jersey. That's right. Oh, I forgot about that. So yeah, maybe we'll do that tomorrow if Jason's around. Maybe we'll aim to do that tomorrow because I think we did it on Wednesday last week. So that might be fun. We can do in the middle of the week. Middle of the week this week. We'll do on Wednesday. We'll have Jason try your challenge, see if he can beat my time. What do I got to wear a Steelers jersey if he beats me, or is it just against you? Because it sounded like he just wanted to take you down. Because it didn't seem like he was able to. Well, I don't know. We'll see what he wants to do. We'll have to ask him. See, I don't want to try to puss out of a challenge or something like that. That's what everybody will say. I'm trying to puss out. I'm not trying to puss out. I did hear an interesting story about Allie and Dan that used to be on the show back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're around, but if they're watching or anything like that, if they are, it'd be great if Allie called in and told her story, or could one of these days come in, because she had a pretty crazy story. Something happened to her on her bachelorette party in Chicago. This poor girl just can't catch a break. Speaking of people who can't catch a break, did you see the dude at the College World Series shoot a shot and get totally shot down on live TV?
No, I did not, but please show me.
It's great. It's really good. And we've all been there. Every guy's done this, especially very drunk. We've all done this. But sadly, this poor guy. Oh, wait, where's the video? Where's the video? Where's the video? Where'd it go? Oh, no. There it is. Found it. Saved it to the wrong folder. Here we go. So this is at the College World Series. This got caught on video. Why is this all zoomed in here? There we go. All right, hang on. So check this out. This poor guy. And it kind of leads to somewhere. It's not just this random guy, but we've all been there, guys. So I just wanted you to feel this guy's pain a little bit. Now, there is a little speculation. Do you think that he was? Do you think that was a straight up just blow off, or because I see a very specific move that the guy does here that just about every guy does when they're really drunk, trying to talk to a chick, and he does it real subtly, right? Well, not so subtly, I guess, but right here. This is the move: the arm tap. The arm tap and the lean in, and then the hand going up right there is just your breath smells.
Oh, the hand's already up. This man is already. Nope.
And then he says, okay, let me just go for one more. Come on, I'll go for an arm tap here. Nope. Okay, hands out. So there's speculation, though, on the internet that she might just be giving him a hard time about a play. They might be just, going off about it. But I think she's saying, there's a whole game to watch. Watch the game. Why are you? I'm not a professional lip reader, but the body language to me is watch the game. Stop trying to hit on me. So.
Oh, batteries finally died. Got to go to the handheld mic. The red light was on. We didn't get that far, but I didn't even notice it was that guy at first. I was so fixated on watching the girl that I thought it was the man in front of her that was going to try to shoot his shot with the "Don't Tread on Me" hat. I thought for sure that it was him, so I didn't even catch that it was him at the first time. But she's definitely blowing him off and definitely telling him that there's a whole game going on and she wants nothing to do with him. And he's obviously been trying for a while. Okay. That hand was up and staying up and staying up. And she was just not having it.
Okay, here we go. I think I'm back. Here we go. There we go. Okay, lots of buttons. All right, man, I hate this mic. It sounds like shit. Ugh, I hate this thing. Oh, well. So it's going to be hard for me to press buttons, guys. I'm going to do my best. I just ran out of batteries. But, hey, maybe my GoPuff will get here soon. I think I paid for the extra for it to get here quick. So we'll see how quickly that goes. All right, here we go. So really, the reason I played that video was really just because I thought it was kind of silly, but more so because it leads me to this next video. And I remember last week. You remember last week I played that video of that awful, awful wife who.
Oh my God, the sex is a chore woman.
Yeah, the woman who goes upstairs. Oh, actually,
She's haunted my dreams for a week. Don't show me her again.
Yeah, I don't. She was hard to look at, so we don't need to look at her anyway. But no, I gave her a really hard time for being this woman who, she went upstairs. Her husband wanted to get down and do the dirty. He wanted to take a little trip to Pound Town, and the baby and right as she agreed, their baby started crying. And
hallelujah, the baby saves me, she says.
Yes, and so she goes upstairs to take care of the baby, gets the baby put to bed, but then records herself on TikTok telling the story of what just happened, and then how now she is hiding in the bedroom upstairs trying to avoid having to have sex with her husband. Just a rotten, awful person. Now, the opposite end of the spectrum, I didn't want women to feel like I was trying to pick on them. You know, I don't want the ladies to think that I'm just some sort of guy that's just over here talking crap about the ladies that they don't give it up, because there are some.
Oh, we found her male partner.
Oh, dude. Now, just what I want you to have. Now, there are so many relationships where it's a guy and a girl where they always tell you, right, you should always date your partner forever, right? Like if you're going to be with somebody, always keep dating. That's the advice they give you. This girl is doing her best to keep dating her guy here. And there's so many relationships where that doesn't happen, where the guy wants the girl to dress up, that kind of stuff, all that stuff. Brap wants me to show the video. All right, Brap, I'll show the video then, even though Mikey didn't want to see it. So here, I'll show the video of the lady from last week. Where's she at? Where's this lady at? Give me 2 seconds. I'll find her. Was that Thursday? Wife. I don't know what day that was last week. Oh, here it is. I found it. All right, so here's the video I was talking about, and then I'll go back to the other one.
Thanks.
All right. So here's this lady talking about, telling the story that I told a second ago. Here we go. I'm trying to do this 2 hands, so it takes me a sec. Yeah. Let's turn down. Hold on, I turned it down.
My husband has been asking me for days if we can do the deed.
Reverse ASMR.
And I thought it was about time when I probably agreed to it. But conveniently, my baby woke up right before it was about to happen, you know. And now I'm up here pretending like I'm still putting the baby to sleep, so I can hopefully avoid having to do it all together, you know.
Absolute worst kind of person. Just gross. Just the disgusting why relationships don't work in a nutshell. Just awful. Guy probably worked his ass off, been working hard, trying to, just wants to get a little from his lady. And then you have this guy. Like I said, there are women who try and there are women who don't try, and there are men who try and men who don't try. This poor girl is trying so hard, and I got to give this girl some credit because, well, just watch and tell me what you guys think.
Trying to surprise my husband with something I think he'll like.
Yeah, okay. Told you guys. Walks downstairs, turns the corner in her little outfit. He laughs at her.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's
Thank
nice.
you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I like black.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Starts petting the dog.
Is that it?
Yeah.
That's it.
Why?
I'm busy. I'm working.
But I'm working. Oh. Can you not help me with my work? Okay.
So she's sitting here telling him, I'm ready to put in work. I'm ready to put in some work. And this guy just straight up.
It at him.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand this. What kind of guy passes this up? You got a girl coming down the stairs all dressed up in this sexy outfit, So here's what the outfit actually is supposed to look like, because this is the Fashion Nova model or whatever who's wearing it. So she doesn't, this girl, God love her, nice. She's trying, but she's not quite built as that other girl. But she's got some bod going on there. She's got some cans, and I saw a full body picture of her. She's not like she's not fat or anything. So there's no reason for this guy to be like,
cute.
yeah, no, it's not like, because like she doesn't really show her stomach or anything. So it's not like she's trying to hide it or something, and this guy's kind of like, or whatever. I mean, they are married or whatever, so he obviously is attracted to her. But that's my whole point. What is the point? Like, just drop what you're doing. You got a girl that's ready to be taken to Pound Town, and you're gonna stay at work. Tell them there's something wrong with your thing. Like, just make something up and just go upstairs and
You work from home. Your internet went out for a minute. You'll be back in 7 minutes.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, Leper has a great point there. He says, my wife says, let's F wearing jeans and a T-shirt, and I'm on it. Yeah, that's my point. This girl is making the extra effort, and I don't think women appreciate, unlike that guy, how much men appreciate when they do stuff like that. I mean, that goes such a long way. Just the fact that you thought about doing that, the thought alone just gets you going. And then, of course, the fact of all of the obviousness of it all. What you're looking at and the goodness and the good stuff. I just don't understand it. So I thought that was pretty crazy. Sorry, I'm dealing with all these
a
extra
douche for
cords.
sure.
Yeah, well, that's it again.
Definitely a douche.
Well, because we saw
He
that
blew
lady
it off right away. There was like nothing, like no jaw drop, nothing. Like what?
No, and that's not only the fact that he didn't just get up and take her to Pound Town. The fact that he did this. He was just so dismissive of her. I mean, talk about a red flag. It's just like, geez Louise, what else does this poor girl have to do to get some attention from her man? But yeah, I just didn't want to mess up. I didn't want to pick on the ladies too much, because we went pretty hard on that ugly chick last week, and I didn't want all the ladies to think we were just picking on them. Yeah, she deserves it though. She's gross. She's a gross looking and gross acting.
Who's worse, her or him?
Ooh, I'm just gonna say her, only for the reason that she's not, the guy's not getting what he wants. You know what I mean? I'm the guy here in this one. I'm more interested in getting mines. I think. I found a pretty cool trick. Speaking of boobs, I did want to mention too, before we talk about that. Did you guys see who's going to be the new host of Wheel of Fortune? Wheel of Fortune guy?
Is it really?
Now, see, we just talked about this. You probably don't even know Wheel of Fortune that well. You don't know the network stuff like I do. You know Wheel of Fortune though, right?
Well, of course I know Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune comes on right before Jeopardy.
Well, they flipped it here for some reason. I'll never understand why they did that. Here, I don't know if they still have it that way. It used to be, like you said, it was Wheel of Fortune, it was local news, then Wheel of Fortune, then Jeopardy, right?
Yeah, it was always the show for dummies first, then the show for smarty second.
Right. No, for whatever reason, they flipped it here at one point. I'm not really sure why. I don't know if they've changed it back or not. But yeah, they did change it at one point. It was very stupid. But yeah, so Pat Sajak, he retired. He's out.
Yep.
And
or he's
now,
getting ready to retire. He hasn't retired yet, right? Like he's still got the rest of the season, like through the summer or something.
Yeah, I think they've decided who the actual replacement will be, because Pat's finishing up his run there with Vanna. And
there was a bunch of people that had their hat in the ring, like LeVar Burton, right?
I think he was Jeopardy. He was Jeopardy.
Yeah, but he still threw his name in the hat for this one too, I think.
Boy, he's trying hard. Just go be Geordie LaForge, man. You were made for Star Trek Next Generation. Just be the blind engineer, okay? It's what we all know you love and love you from. But no. So you didn't hear who it's going to be?
No.
Oh, the man with 8 billion jobs.
Oh, it is him.
Ryan Seacrest. Yep. You don't like Seacrest?
No.
How can anybody dislike Ryan Seacrest? He's so
the guy
gregarious.
Works real hard. He's just so he just
too much
comes
of him.
Across as so fake.
Oh, I think he's just such a polished.
Yeah,
host.
that's what I mean. He's too polished. I don't know.
Maybe he'll be a little bit
too much disgusting comedy or to enjoy the things that are too polished and way too politically correct.
Maybe he'll be a little bit looser on this show than he is on other shows, because it's like you said, it's the show for dummies almost. Like everybody knows that Wheel of Fortune's kind of like. And Pat, do you think Pat may be going through a little bit, like maybe he's got dementia or something? Because he was doing some weird stuff for a minute, towards the end of his run. Do you see any of the stuff he was doing, or he was like?
I haven't. I can't tell you the last time I watched the show.
Well, I haven't really watched it either, but I just remember seeing stories in the news about him just kind of going off on contestants, and I think he like ran up and hugged a contestant or some weird thing. He just doing odd things. But I didn't watch Wheel of Fortune for Pat Sajak. I didn't watch Wheel of Fortune for the letters. I watched it for the person turning the letters, baby. That's the reason I watched the Wheel of Fortune.
Vanna.
That's right. So when all this hullabaloo was going on around Pat Sajak, I was like, who the F gives a crap where that guy's going to go? What's going on with Vanna? Well, there's been an update to what's going on with Vanna White's fate on Wheel of Fortune. Well, it turns out for years that she has been getting paid significantly less than Pat Sajak. Now, I understand he's the host and he handles most of the duties and stuff, but I'm going to be honest with you. I only watched that show when I was a kid for Vanna White. She was wearing her hot ass evening gowns. She was gorgeous. She's still beautiful, but back then in the mid '80s, man, that was the top man. She was. This is where my obsession with blondes began. I believe is with Vanna White. I truly believe it's. Ooh. That's where it started because
first one for sure. So I can remember like that sticks out.
The only other one that I kind of remember, and this is an old reference, is Lonnie Anderson. Do you remember Lonnie Anderson? Nope. Yeah, that's an old reference, and I can't type to pull it up or I'd show her to you. But that's she's old school. She was on that show WKRP in Cincinnati. That's a really old show. So that was old when I was little. But so yeah, that's where my obsession with blondes came from. But she apparently she hired an aggressive lawyer because they were getting rid of considering just getting rid of her altogether if somebody like Ryan was going to come around, like an established host. And that there were reports that Vanna hasn't had a pay increase in 18 years. That's
Does
insane.
it say there how much she's making though?
About $3 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
So, and apparently
to turn some letters and walk across the stage, that's a pretty fat paycheck.
Well, Pat Sajak makes 5 times as much. So, I think that was where the beef was. So they're trying to get her. She's hired an attorney, trying to get her money. She's trying to get paid. So, big up to Vanna White.
Back pay, or she got an aggressive lawyer to renegotiate her contract for moving forward.
Yes, renegotiate moving forward to try to get paid. So, because I'm sure Ryan Seacrest is going to be getting paid an outrageous amount of money to do this. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure, with her having been there for 40 years, you'd think that they would, take care of Vanna at this point. I mean, like I said, she's the reason I started watching that show. My dad would be like, that was his favorite joke in the world. Vanna White would be walking and she'd have she'd be wearing a backless dress. And he'd like nudge me and be like, she's wearing that dress backwards, He's such a creep.
But just think, man, that woman has made over $55 million.
Well, it's been 18 years that they haven't renegotiated it. So if she's been making $3 million times 18 or $3 million times 18 years, that's a lot of money for, like you said, turning numbers. So, but hey. If they're going to go that far and spend all that money on Ryan Seacrest, why not keep her around? I'm trying to read and see anybody. Amanda's saying brunettes are better. Hey, as I've gotten older, you can't go wrong with with a good brunette too. But blondes, that's where my heart lies. You can't go wrong with the blondes. CYX says she brought in the viewers, which equals profits. Agreed. Totally agree. That's why they got to give her all that money. Give her the money. Pay her.
This girl I'm dating right now, I think, is the first brunette I've ever dated.
Yeah. What's
Yeah, they've
the
all been blondes.
what is Diz yelling fired about in there? I'm not trying to figure out what fired. Get rid of her? Fire her? Fire her? Diz asked her? Are
Fire
you
Vanna?
nuts?
Come on, Diz.
That's absolutely insane. I can't believe it. Disaster. You've said some dumb things, but that might be the dumbest thing. Brittany wants to know, how do I apply to get her job? Yeah, no, I know. That'd be a great job. That would be a great job. All right. So good luck to Ryan Seacrest and Vanna White. I will definitely continue watching. Or maybe I haven't watched really. I watch it every once in a while. But when I do watch it, I'm so good at it. I would never win any money. I have a weird uncanny ability with that show. I'm able to like usually figure out the and B1 would be able to vouch for this. I would not win $1 on Wheel of Fortune because I would pick one letter or two and then solve the puzzle. it would be.
That's when you got to go strategy right there. That's when you just spell it all the way out, all the way through, one letter at a time. You just stack bread.
Nope, my pompous narcissism would make me want to show off how well I can solve these puzzles versus winning the game. All I would care about is showing my prowess at finding hidden words. Like a dork. So yeah, good luck to them. Do you know who Kayla Simmons is?
No, I don't know
Speaking
that either.
Speaking of boobs, well, she is the world's sexiest volleyball star. And she is very well known on TikTok and Instagram for all her, hot posts. Well, here
Is this the one from Oregon? Where's she from? Where'd she play in college?
She went to Marshall. She went to Marshall University. She played volleyball there, and since
Andy the Freak Moss went.
That's right. That's where that's where the plane that the whole team got wiped out in a plane crash, and that team they did a movie about. So she finished volleyball, moved to LA, and started becoming a TikToker and influencer, and just basically just showing everybody this for a living. This is what she shows. This is what she does. Not a bad gig. God love her. We need more women who want to do these kind of things. I got all horned up the other day, and I was like, I'm kind of tired of just, regular old porn. So maybe I check out like a cam site. What are these cam sites like? So I loaded up, I Googled best cam sites, and it popped up the ones to pick from. So I picked one of them, and it gives you all these options for like, and I'll tell you right now, I ended up not using it because as soon as I got there, I thought to myself, why would I pay money for porn? That's really dumb. It's free. So, but when I got there, it piqued my interest because I saw all these girls. You could just see like a preview of their live cam, and these girls are just, first off, not a lot of them were real attractive. I'm going to be honest with you. Second off, I wish I was a hot chick. I would be a multi-billionaire if I was a hot chick. I would be so rich if I looked even remotely like either of those girls. Or I wish I was a gay dude, because I would be I got a DM from a guy who really wants to service a brother. So I'm a big bear to all these guys. They love me. I'm just not into it. So, but if I was, man, I'd be rich, if I was into the gay OnlyFans or whatever. But these girls, they're just, and I told B1 that she needs to do this with her OnlyFans. I go, you clean your house and you cook, right? And she goes, yeah. I go, do you sometimes do it in your underwear? And she goes, yeah, a lot of times actually when I'll clean, I'll just do it like in bra and panties or whatever. And I was like, okay, that's what I thought. You realize if you just turn your camera on, people will pay to watch you do that, right? And you don't even have to get naked. And she's like, that's not a bad idea, because that's what the majority of these girls were doing on these cams. It was just them in their house. Like one girl was just doing meal prep. The other one was just putting on makeup. The other one was cleaning her house. And they're just all half naked doing it. And there were tons of dudes interacting with them, and each one of them. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And I'm like, God, these women are so lucky that they're so hot and they can pull this stuff off. I just, if I was young, like if I was my son's age, I would just do nothing but eat right and work out and become an influencer and just try to get chicks to look at me on Instagram. Why not? It's worth a shot, dude. All right. So speaking of this Kayla Simmons or whatever, yeah, Kayla Simmons, she has a great trick, and you guys know how much I love my wine. So she posted a really great trick on Instagram that I love, and I'll try to see if I can do this because you guys know me, I got my man boobs, but I would love for the ladies in the league to see if they're well, some people might not be able to do it, but if you're able to duplicate what Kayla Simmons can do with a glass of wine, you might be my new favorite person. Check this out. Look at that. Did you guys see it? It was very quick.
It's a perfect fit.
It's look at that, right? I mean, what a great little parlor trick. Now just think about if you're a guy and you're like she's like in a assumed the position down there, and you're holding a glass of wine and you're like, well, maybe she needs a little help. What are you going to do with your wine glass? You just rest it right there. Boom, right between her boobs. Or if you're a lady and you're getting ready to do something to a guy and you got a glass of wine, and those glasses of wine, they get knocked over really easily. You got to figure out something to do with those. So the least you can do is just set that between there while you're taking care of the guy. If he wants to get a little sip of wine, he can do that too. So ladies, I encourage you guys to give this a shot. I'm going to try it myself. I'm going to see if I can get a picture of it. I couldn't. I found this literally right before we started, so I wasn't able to get my version of this shot together. I might have a shirt like that that would really accent my cleavage like that as well. So I will do my best. I'll do my. That's right. It plunges. It plunges. I have a few plunging necklines to show off my man boobs. I'm not afraid to do that. So, yeah, I'd love to have the ladies in the league if they're able to do that. Ladies, let me see what you got. If you're packing and you're able to do it, I'd love to see you do it. So let's see. Jake, super fan donation in there. He says, "Love you, big dog. I love you too, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it." Let's see. I'm reading through some of the chat messages here. Amanda says she's gonna get an OnlyFans to pay for her court thing there. That's actually a really good idea. I really like that idea.
Tessa would have no problem doing this.
All right, perfect. I need to do it. We need to definitely do it. We'll get her to have Tessa do it. So I think as I'm kind of looking through it through the chat here, obviously we've got there's a couple just total tools in there who just are obsessed with me. What we'll do
rabble rousers.
It's 2 or 3 guys that are just on Reddit that just they're obsessed with me. They literally are just. It's so weird how I just live in their head.
It is a fun read.
Rent free. They're just. I don't even understand it. It's very, very weird.
It is. So, it is a fun read on.
What I'm wondering is like, and again, we're getting ready to wrap up, so I don't mind talking about it real quick. Thank you, Tessa. I like that. Another dumbshow@gmail.com. If you're a lady who thinks they can do the wine trick, nice, love it. You could try it with your small boobs too, Amanda. Don't let me stop you. So what I think I'm going to do is we're going to have to put together I might have to pick a mod in there just to get rid of all these babies, all these dorks at this point, because it's, so if you're interested, I know you are, Diz. I know you are. You don't have to email me.
I was about to say, don't.
You don't have to email me, Diz.
Right now.
Well, Diz is a little heavy-handed with the moderation sometimes, so we got to figure that out. But no, so we'll figure that out, because at this point it's just getting to be a little bit of a distraction in there when we're trying to do a show and these guys are trying to have fun chat in there, and they got 3 nerds from Reddit who dislike me, who I just don't understand what their end game in all this is, like where they think this is going to go. Like like them just being dicks in the chat, or like just trying to call or whatever, or like sending a pizza to my house or whatever, like, which, by the way, why would that bother me? It didn't bother me. What bothered me about it is the poor guy who's out there trying to make money, and the restaurant that now eats that food. They eat the food costs that you've now cost them. You're screwing over the Blue Wolverine. Shout out, what's up, dude? Thank you for the super fan donation in there. So this poor delivery guy, and if you've ever delivered food, you go on runs based on kind of where you're going. A lot of times, like when you pick which order group to take, because there's usually you can either get the one that's the next up, or sometimes there'll be a few of them sitting there in order, and they all kind of came out at the same time, and they're all getting routed to different areas. So sometimes if you have the option, you're the first one back, you grab the one that's going to take you to make the most amount of money. So where I live, there's a lot of orders a lot of times. So when I delivered around here, I know that you would want to be in my neighborhood because you're going to end up getting 3 or 4 orders in a little short drive.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to make some good money in a short period of time. And that's it. So it's great. So when this dick does what he did yesterday, which again, this is either a 14-year-old or a 500-pound loser living in his mom's basement doing this. He doesn't screw me. It doesn't screw me. I don't care. I just put a sign up or something that says don't knock if you want to. There you go. What it does is it screws over a local restaurant and a guy out trying to make some money to either, usually a lot of drivers are like dads trying to make second income to take care of their kids, send their kid to college. A young guy just trying to make his rent. So they show up to a guy that's saying, I didn't order anything, and then you have to send them away, and they've now not made any money. So it really doesn't make any sense at this point to do that, and really all it does... Oh, wow. Sean, wow. Holy crap, dude. Holy shit, a huge superfan donation in there from Sean. I really appreciate that, dude. Jesus Christ, that's awesome, man. Wow, thank you so much, bro. That's huge. Jeez Louise.
Well,
that's
awesome,
insane. Wow, I'm blown away. So... yeah. So like I said, we're just going to get somebody to kind of handle that, because I'm not really sure what they think all of this is going to do other than just be annoying. And like the people who, I think they don't understand that the people who are in the chat and a lot of the people who watch, they understand I'm kind of nutty. And like at any minute I can just kind of go off or something. People understand that. But this right here doesn't bother me. It's just kind of annoying because what it does is just kind of disrupt the chat. And I like my chat community. So that's the thing that kind of bothers me about it. And like, what is the end game? You think you're going to keep doing that and I'm going to stop doing the show? No, I'm sick as fuck and didn't stop doing the show today. We did a show anyway. I don't feel good at all. I know that you trolls are going to be in there doing your trolly thing. There's nerds calling right now. With all his nonsense. So I'll give you your last chance or whatever your dork name is. I'll give you your last chance to speak on my show, and then mods will mod you out, and I'll never pick up the phone for you ever again. So yes, what is your end game here, bud?
I don't know why you're accusing. It sounds like you're accusing me of ordering pizzas, which is ridiculous. It's absurd.
It is. Okay. All right. So I made that up.
Sounds like a form of, honestly.
I'm sorry. What now?
I said I would like an apology for you accusing me of ordering.
Is this guy kidding?
Whatever
is this guy kidding?
Your house.
Is this guy kidding? What is your end game here?
Well,
what do you think is going to happen?
Do you think
No, I'm just genuinely asking you, what is your end game here, dude? Where do you think this is going to go?
I'm a fan of your show and I'm watching.
You're definitely not. You're a troll and you're trying to be a dick and you think that this is like that. You think it's entertaining.
Listen, I'm not a troll. I'm the only one calling your fucking show, bro.
Who's
the only one?
Literally, there's a guy actually on right now. Hi, Jake. Jake. Nobody else is calling, right? Okay, hold on, Jake. I'll come back in a sec. So there's the other guy that was actually I just put him back on hold. So anything else? I'm just waiting for you to talk. have something interesting to say. I'm giving you your chance. This is your last chance. And I know what this guy's like, because like
I'll tell you.
Okay,
right?
go. Yeah.
Listen, a different dumb show is a channel, right? That you can go and see all the proof of your indiscretion.
Name one. Okay. Do you understand that everybody here knows everything I've done over for the last 20 years? My life is completely public. What are you talking about? Name one thing. Please spit it out. I want to know what in particular. I'll let you say it on my channel. What are you talking about?
You're delusional. You're one of the most delusional people I've ever seen, honestly. You steal Rover's background. You sit here and you talk to 50 people with this poor guy from Rochester who you guilt-tripped into being on a show with you. It's very weird. It's delusional and weird.
You know what it sounds like? You know what it sounds like?
You're accusing
it sounds like you're jealous. It sounds like you're jealous, bro. It sounds like you, which I've already looked into you, and I know you have 5 or 6 failed YouTube channels. You're a failed wannabe rapper. You're a failed wannabe private investigator. I know all about you already, dude. I've already figured out just about everything about you. You are a loser.
Listen,
Rover doesn't use this background. I have this. No, it's my time to talk. You can't rap. You're a terrible wannabe rapper. So let's go point by point. Did I take Rover's background? No, Rover has a black background, and I don't even think it moves. Okay, I had a red one that I switched to orange. Okay, so anything else?
What? Are you talking about orange? Wait, did you say orange?
Mine's orange, you idiot, you dipshit. Okay, next. Let's go. Next point. You don't like my background. Next point. You don't like my background. Let's go. Next point. Let's go. Come on, funny guy.
You do a knockoff shizzy.
I do a knockoff shizzy. So what should I do? What should I? No. What should I do then? You tell me what I should do on my show. Should I pretend to rap and be a bad rapper like you?
And fucking a shittier iteration of the show I watched earlier.
Okay, I don't watch their show. I don't know what they do, dude.
I'm helping you.
So are you done?
I'm helping you.
You're not helping me. I don't like you. You and I. Here's what. No. Here's what's gonna happen, dude. Jesus Christ, the guy doesn't. He thinks he wants to be entertaining. He's gonna be part of the show or something like that. Okay, Chance. Now here's what's gonna happen, dude. I'm telling you right now. This is the last time anybody will hear from you on this show unless you just go in the chat and create 5 million other accounts. No.
You can.
Yep, I'll just mute you every time you talk. Go ahead. Go ahead, talk. I thought so.
If you're not going to go and give me
wait, what? I'm sorry, what? Huh? I can't hear you. Let's grab Jake real quick. Hey, Jake, what's up, dude? How are you?
Dumb.
How are you?
Fuck these fucking incel pricks, man. Don't let them keep getting.
Thank you. That's the exact word. That's the exact word I was trying to get to.
They're always going to do this shit.
It's so funny to me, though. I love it because, like, this is his big break he thinks. Like, the show that, like, he's sitting here talking shit about, which, by the way, he's still watching, and I love, he's actually talking too. I'm watching it. I have him muted, but I'm watching his levels. He's talking to himself right now. That's the best part about it. He's there talking to himself. So
fuck that guy. Fuck all them dudes.
I love it.
You're killing it, dude.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Jake. Thank you I know we're doing good. I see the numbers. I watch it. I know we're doing good. I know the show's growing and it's only going to keep growing. And what humors me is people who watch this show are watching it because they know what I know, and that's what I learned on RMG. So this is what you're going to get. And we're 2 weeks into it, and as the show progresses, more and more things will naturally kind of organically happen. So I love how he says we do like a knockoff shizzy. Well, the shizzy is about the headlines that are in the news. I like to talk about the headlines that are in the news. This is what I know and what I like to do. I don't understand what everybody, like when people like this guy talk, what do they want me to do?
And if you don't like what I
show that's
do,
in the afternoon, evening, of course you're going to cover similar topics. Fuck
Yeah.
these people, man. Don't even trip on them.
I
Let them
actually,
fucking be
I
muted.
take great length. I actually take great effort. I actually to not try to talk about the stuff that they talk about. It's just insane to me that people
But if
can't
you
get
don't
over
cover
that.
some of the same stuff, then you're not going to have anything to cover. That's just the news. It's normal. These people are just going to fucking keep doing this dumb
Exactly.
shit. and
Exactly.
Keep getting
So-
at you. Fuck them.
So yes, I agree. Thank you,
Fucking
Jake.
keep
I
doing it.
appreciate you. I appreciate you saying that, dude. Good looking out, man. Thanks, bro. All right. So watch now. This is him calling on another line. Hi, Chance.
No, this isn't Chance.
Oh, it's not. Oh, hey, what's up, dude? Who's this?
No, actually, we want Chance's rap name.
Oh, Lil
We
Dick
want to know
Pete.
the rap name.
Lil Dick Pete. But here, I'll let him say it. What's your rap name, Lil Dick Pete? No chance you'll ever make it, Chance?
Nada.
Nothing?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah,
Nada.
we're
Are you
asking.
talking to me now?
What's your rap name, dude?
Nada.
Hello?
The right bull. You're the wrong bull. I'm the right.
Huh?
You get it?
You're the what? Huh?
The what?
Nobody heard you.
Oh, I said I'm the.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to say something? Remember, I'm just going to cut you off every time you talk. I already gave you your last chance to talk. Remember, you fucking nerd? So who's this calling? 088? What are you calling about? Other than that.
No, this is No Fear.
Oh, no fear. What's up, dude? I appreciate it. Oh, cool. Let me mark that. Cool. Because I want to make sure, because you're cool. I like you. So yeah, let me just knock this out. And again, this is like, I told you guys, Operation Icebox, all that good stuff. I have no interest in being, I want to make this very clear to anybody who has ever been a fan of me or has ever seen anything I've ever did or has listened to anything I've ever said. I have no interest in being a tough guy. It is not my thing. I am just a reactionary person. So if you piss me off, I react to it. That's just the way it works. I don't walk around trying to cause fights with people in my everyday life. I'm actually very polite, pleasant, and kind to people. When I get into relationship issues with my volatile, at times, girlfriend, and I'm volatile at times, we go back and forth. Same thing that happens with a lot of other people in a lot of relationships. I'm just actually open and honest about it, unlike a lot of other people. Nobody would do this. Nobody has to. What asswipe's going to go on a show and admit all their infidelities and talk about their car getting repossessed because they think they're cool? No, it's because it's what I do. It's what I know. So that's the end of it, dude. And if you don't like it, I would recommend finding something else to watch because everybody who's ever watched me knows every shitty thing I've ever done because I've talked about it on the air openly and honestly. Am I wrong about that, Mikey? Am I missing something
You are
here?
not wrong.
Have I left stuff out? Like I've been in bad business deals. I owe people money. I owed money to the local taxes. We've talked about so many crappy things that I've done. The situation that happened at the end of the show last time, I'm not thrilled with the way I acted by any means, but it achieved a goal and it worked. That's it. I can't talk any more about it because of obvious reasons. Read between the fucking lines, you dumb dipshit. Holy crap.
Anybody that's listening is a fan of Dumb. We've been a fan of Dumb. We've listened to Dumb for the last 20 years. We've heard all the shortcomings.
And his
We've
goal,
heard the flaws.
This is what I don't get. I don't sit on the air talking about how cool and how great I am. So that's what I don't understand. The idea that I'm delusional or I'm trying to be cool or something that I'm not, I don't do that. So again, Chance, I'll give you one final chance to try to make sense of what you're doing. Because again, everybody here knows that I've made a lot of bad decisions over the years. So what do you believe you are accomplishing by doing this, honestly?
Are you still? Can I say? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I asked you a question, dude.
Can I say? I don't know if you can. I asked if you can hear me. Can you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, the thing is you don't say that you're a cool person and you don't brag, but you paint over all of your wrongdoings with delusions and expect everyone to go along with them.
Give me an example. What wrongdoing am I painting over? Please give me one.
You won't. You threatened Larry and his kids. Called his wife a lapdog. You can see it on my channel. You can see it.
Oh my God! Nobody cares about your channel. Okay.
Not a joke. I have the full video.
All right.
Now.
All right. Now listen.
We've all seen the video.
I know.
We've
This is what I'm
seen it.
saying. Thank you.
We've all seen it. We were part of it. We watched it happen live. We know what the fuck happened.
Thank you. And I've addressed it. No. What did I lie about? What did I lie about? I addressed it. I said
it was a joke. It was a joke. That's what
you
kept
saying. Who did I say that
to?
Where did I say that? What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? I've never said that.
You did. You literally did. Now I have to post all the.
Oh my God! Hey, bro, if you took, you can keep talking about your channel. Nobody cares about your channel because you're talking about stuff that I talk about. Oh my God!
Oh my God! You're like a crazy person, a crazy guy.
Talk about a puppet, dude. You want to talk about a puppet? You are literally just puppeting everything Rover would say when I would go nuts. You know that's what you're doing, right? You are trying to act like Rover, you dork. You are trying to act like
you're not like an athlete, man. It's just sad. It's delusional and sad.
What is?
You're not on the show anymore. Move on. Do a new show. A new one.
About what? What should it be about? What should I talk about? What? Give me something to talk about then. What, Chance? What do you want to know?
Change the background first. I'm not watching the aftermath. You're not on anymore.
Dude, the aftermath is a...
background.
Dude, can I talk now, you fucking nerd? The background on the aftermath is a custom created design by Anthony Snitzer. It is a blown up scene of a bunch of stuff. What are you talking about, dude? You are so completely lost. And again, I'm trying to figure out what your end game is here. What is your end game?
Okay, my end game is to have better content. You already pushed it back from 5 to 7. All right?
Because it didn't work for my time.
To start at 5. I have work in the morning.
I don't give a fuck about you, your schedule, or what you think of my content. Okay? Go fuck yourself. Don't ever call again. Don't watch again. Eat a dick, bitch. Okay. I think we're done with Chance at that point. If you guys don't like
Icebox.
He went from I love how he goes from he just bounces around into nonsensical nonsense. I love you so much. Do better. Have better stuff. You're like, it is the dumbest, most back-ass words thing I've ever fucking heard. Like, have something worthwhile to say other than like, oh, it's just ridiculous. Oh my God. Blue Wolverine. What's up, dude? Help me out here. What's up, dude?
Dumb. Hey, man. So I think I figured out this Chance kid.
Yeah.
It's got to be Frankly 711 on the Reddit page. Dude,
I know
that so much
because
he made 5 or 6 accounts and you blocked them all.
I know.
And he couldn't get in the chat and he was upset and he was making these YouTubes and all this other stuff of that episode clip.
Yeah.
And he was just crying.
Which, by the way,
I guarantee you that guy's not even.
And I want to make it very clear. It is not my decision to have that down. So I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm not trying to whitewash, paint over anything. I've addressed it. I'm not happy about it. I don't understand what he said with the joke part. I said it was a joke. If I said it was a joke, that was me joking. Like, it wasn't a joke. It was very serious. The goal was accomplished. And that's it.
Yeah, dumb. That guy is. I'm sorry to cut you off. That guy right there, I guarantee he's not even in the chat because you blocked the hell out of him. But so he's watching. I guarantee it, and that's why he's calling in now because he used to just troll the chat.
Yeah,
so
dude,
you got a stalker, man. That guy is fucking nuts.
I'm well aware of this. I'm well aware of this.
Stage
Trust me.
5 clinger.
Yeah, he's getting nuttier and nuttier, and that's why that's why I said this is the final aggression of any of this and this guy because they're absolutely nuts. Because I know I'm not actually going to say what they're up to. I know what they're doing behind the scenes and what their goal is, and it has nothing to do with getting views on their channel or anything else. There's somebody else that they're trying to get me to go swat, basically. They think that if they rile me up enough, and because they tried to give me they're just trying to get me to go do something stupid and giving me bad info to go fuck with somebody else. So it's I know exactly what they're up to. It's not they forget that what I did for a living was to find out information on people. Like, as part of a job as a producer is you find people, you find things, and you have to learn how to dig, and you have to learn how to research, and you have to have resources to do it. So I'm pretty adept at finding people. So I know what you guys are doing. I know your goal. That's why I kept asking his end game, because his end game is to try to get me to lose my temper and go get this other person that they're having a problem with online, because they're not only doing this with me, they're doing this with other people. So I know I'm hip to their game. So they're trying to create some sort of weird, like, where I'll go chase after this other YouTube guy or something that they have beef with, and they think I'm stupid enough to fall for what they're doing. But I'm not interested in any of that. I'm not interested in fighting people. I'm not interested in arguing with people. That's why I said, this is it. Get it off your chest. Say what you have to say, because that's it. I'm going to put a mod in. When you start getting weird, the mod's going to mod you out immediately. You call, you say one weird word, I hang up, and we immediately move on. That's it. That is it. You want to know the only difference between me and Rover's Morning Glory, since I rip them off so much? I don't have a phone screener, so people can just call. That's the disadvantage here, buddy. So that's the end of that. Like I said, you had your last chance. I know what you're doing. I'm not going to fall for it. I have no interest in getting in some sort of stupid internet war with a couple, like you said, incels, Mikey. I'm not interested in it. It's time to, or whoever Jake said that. So that's it, guys. Again, I think it went into effect earlier. I already did it to myself, so I was ready for it. I was already anticipating. Little Dick Pete calling in. Chris, Wolverine, Blue Wolverine, anything else, by the way? I feel like I just got you sitting there saying nothing. Anything else, my dude?
I just, one last thing, just let you know that, man, you got a lot of people that love the show, man, and fans of you for a long time, man.
Thank you.
So don't give too much time to the trolls, man. Get some love back to the people that are here for you.
That's what I'm trying to do, man. That's actually literally the reason why I wanted to address this now. And thanks, Blue Wolverine. I appreciate it, bro. And that's why I wanted to address it real quick, is because it's interrupting the chat. I see you guys trying to talk in there, and this Dick's in there trying to just rabble rouse for no reason. And it's not making me mad. Like, oh my God, I want to kick this guy's ass. No, it's just literally like, bro, we're just trying to do our own thing. And if you don't like the content, turn it off. I will never understand people, if you don't like something, why you torture yourself. Go turn on a porn.
I can't do it. If I put on a podcast, even if it's something I listen to weekly, in the first 10 minutes I'm not into it, I'm turning it off.
Yeah,
I'm not going to listen and let myself stew and get angry about it, and then fire off angry tweets and get on Reddit. I'm just going to go on to the next thing that I enjoy listening to.
That's out there, guys. That is out there. Okay, Chance? You could look at that all day. Instead, you choose to look at this and comment on it. What the fuck is wrong with you? When you could be looking at that or finding something that looks like that in the real world, instead of watching somebody you don't like and thinking you're going to spread information about him that I've already spread myself, you dipshit. What the fuck? Oh my God. I'm literally known I'm infamous. I'm not famous. I'm infamous for being a jackass and making bad decisions. I know all this. Everybody that watches knows this. That's probably why half the people are watching. They're waiting for me to do something stupid. I don't understand it. I'll never understand it. So if you don't like it, don't watch, because I'm not going to change the way I do it. Period. So suck a fat one, you fucking nerd. Amanda, you're on Another Dumb Show. What up?
All I can say is I love what you're doing. You're doing a great job. But I'm like, oh shit, you're getting in the territory that I went into, and then what happened, caught a charge. So, I mean, I'll catch a charge for you if you want me to. I'll go for a chance.
You're already on paper, Amanda.
Yeah, be careful. No,
I
I would never encourage anybody to,
Hey, if my probation's officers.
No, I'm saying, yeah, I'm not encouraging anybody to do anything like that. That's the point. I don't want anything like. Don't
do what I did, guys. Don't do what I did.
Yeah. I if anything, guys, I'm going to be quite honest with you. Part of the reason why I was kind of gone for as long as I was a little bit of self-reflection about what had happened at the end of it, because I wasn't really thrilled. While, again, I accomplished my goal, I wasn't really thrilled in the way I did it and the way things went down, because those dudes did a lot of good for me and I did a lot of good for them, and there was no reason that it needed to escalate to the way it was. And I'm probably just as much of the reason why, and man, thank you very much. I'm just as much the reason why it didn't work as they are. It was a two-way street there, period. So I'm going to sit here and I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I was perfect in that situation by any means. I know I wasn't. And again, I took a lot of time off because I needed to do a lot of self-reflection about the way I had acted on RMG in the past, the way things went down there. And I really have been doing a lot of work on myself trying to not act like that anymore, whether that guy likes to believe it or not, and he wants to act like I'm trying to hide stuff. People work on themselves. Sometimes it happens in a day. Sometimes it happens over years. And that's it. And I think everybody that watches hopefully will understand that. Ben, you're on another dumb show. What's up, dude?
Yo,
what's up, dude?
What? Dumb for president 2024.
I do shoot straight, baby.
Fuck. Dude, that fired me up, homie.
Well, I appreciate that.
Pumped me up.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would be a good.
Fuck some people up now.
No, there's no. Well, that's the thing. I don't want to do any of that. Like that's like I hate when people say, or when even when I say the old dumb or anything like that. Like I really have been trying to make an effort, really, because my boys are getting older. They're more impressionable. I'm trying not to fly off the handle. I'm trying to, I've gone in therapy. I got an appointment with my psychiatrist this week. So the notion that I'm sitting here trying to act like I'm have a delusion that I'm some sort of grandiose person. No, I don't have delusions of grandeur. I have delusions of, I got a nice group of people who are fans of mine that I know are fans of mine, because when I was gone, I was getting a lot of messages from people saying, where are you? When are you coming back? And I didn't have an answer for them. So I didn't want to keep blowing smoke saying I'll be back XYZ when I didn't have an answer. So, and I was also, like I said, doing a lot of self-reflection. So I had to move on. Go ahead.
Can I state an observation?
Mm-hmm.
That was the most chillest reaction that I've seen. No offense.
No.
But like, old dumb would have let me hop in my car and.
Oh, I already told him that the other day. I already told him that the other day when because they were able to. They probably, I imagine, I'm not sure how, but they got a hold of my phone number and they were calling me on my personal phone. So I made it very clear to them. Yeah, I made it very clear to them on my personal phone that I'm not the one. Because like I think these guys fail to understand that I didn't grow up in this time period. I grew up in the 80s and 90s where like I learned from Tupac. Like, do you understand?
Will show up.
Yeah. Like I'm not like I don't like and I'm not trying to like throw out wolf tickets here. I'm not doing that. Like I'm not trying to act hard. I'm not. I'm just trying to tell you this is what I know. This is what I learned, and this is what I have done in the past. So, like I whatever. I don't need to incriminate myself, but I'm just saying I've been around the block. I'm not gonna like make phone calls to get it finished. I'm gonna finish it myself. I just don't want to have to do that. It's just stupid because it's stupid internet bullshit. It's enough. If you don't like me, go talk to someone else. It's just so stupid. I will never understand it.
Yeah.
So, well, Ben, thanks for having my back, dude. I appreciate it.
Hey, also, did you get my emails? I emailed you.
I have to look.
You like 2 weeks ago.
You did. I might have read. I
That's
feel like I might have read your email. If not, I'll go back and see, dude. But I don't know off the top of my head.
All right. Hell yeah.
But I will look.
Sweet.
I'm looking for. I don't see any Bens here, bud. Oh wait.
Lang.
Oh yeah, yes. I have. I haven't had a chance. I did get your emails. I haven't had a chance to watch the movie yet, dude. I apologize. So okay, yeah. Ben is the one who was trying to come kick it with us here on another dumb show. So Ben, I apologize. I haven't had a chance to watch that
Every now
yet.
and then.
Right
no,
on.
You're good. You're good.
Well, I wouldn't want to have
Hell
to.
yeah.
What was I accused of with Mikey? What did he say? I coerced you into doing this, or what was the word he said?
He guilted me into doing it.
I guilted you. Now what is
Or
the
something
guilt?
like that.
What is the guilt that I used
Guilted me into doing it or coerced me. I don't know what he said. I listened to half of what that asshole was saying. I just kept thinking that his name. I just kept calling him Nada in my head.
No, that was really weird. The phone number, Lance, is the same one it's been, buddy. Same one it was when I worked here last time, buddy. You know that. So if you can come do your trollery, buddy, but that's it. So I don't really, I know that's why I know I'm not real worried about, but I'm not really worried about it. So it's not the end of the world. So it's been for a long time. Normal, it's not a problem because there are mostly normal people out there, except now there's like 3 or 4 very abnormal people who act like 14-year-old incels, basically. That's all there is to it. So I would recommend to those guys, go on Instagram, and once you go to Instagram, maybe start looking through, like, do that search thing, and eventually you're going to come across a girl that you think is pretty. Now, when you see that pretty girl, don't get scared. You're going to have a feeling on the inside of your body that's going to bubble up, okay? It's going to start just above your crotch and right in your lower belly. That's your loins. And they start burning, okay? So when your loins start burning, don't get scared, guy, okay, Chance? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You're not on fire, okay? You've just got what's called horny, okay? You're now just horny because you've seen a pretty girl. Now, there are real pretty girls out in the world other than on your phone. Okay, Chance? You can find these pretty girls if you leave your mom's basement. When you walk outside and you get into you'll probably have to have your mom drive you somewhere in her minivan because I'm sure you don't have a car. Mom will take you somewhere, maybe to a restaurant. Now, at this restaurant, you're going to see real life women other than your mom. When you see these real life women, Chance, you may get that same burn in your loin. Again, you're not on fire. You're not on fire. It's just being horny. Okay? Now, from there, you have the choice to talk to these girls. You can actually talk to them in person. And some of them might talk back to you. But when you talk to these girls, one thing I would recommend is to not tell them all the things that you don't like about them. That's probably the number one thing not to do. So if you want them to like you, which, Chance, I know you want me to like you, you probably shouldn't just start off by making fun of them. Or just going right after all the different things about the girl that you don't like just because you're uncomfortable around them because you're on fire on your insides because you've now seen a real life woman. Now, when you talk to these girls, there's going to be a time where they're going to say no and they're not interested. And I know that's going to be hard for you to handle with your little tiny pecker and your little tiny ego. But eventually, you might find one that's... What are you doing over there? What the hell? You watching a movie? What did I catch you do? You firing up a video game, you son of a bitch?
As I'm sitting here, my cat just walked across my soundbar and turned it off and turned it back on. And every time my soundbar turns on, it makes that like THX sound, that wong. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I watched it happen, and
I know it's pretty happy.
Completely threw you up. My bad.
No, it's okay. And Charlie says, anyone else think it's funny he's giving out relationship advice? I'm not giving out relationship advice. I haven't even gotten that far, Vanilla Charlie. We're still talking about a guy who is just getting horned up because he's just seen a girl on Instagram, and other than just staring at my handsome face on YouTube. Now, remember, we've convinced him to stop looking at me and go to Instagram. Now, we've convinced him to now, after he's caught himself on fire on his insides, we've convinced him to leave his house. Now, I want to get back to the part where there's going to be girls that say no, Chance. And I guarantee you there's going to be lots of girls who say no to you. There are lots of girls who said no to me. It was okay. I was a 375, 400-pound piece of garbage. Why would any of them talk to me? But I dropped some LBs, and guess what? They started talking to me. It'll happen for you, Chance. I don't know if you need to lose LBs or just lose your little loserness, or your little tiny ego, or your little tiny pecker problem. I'm not really sure. But whatever you do, you just got to accept that it's time for you to move into girls and move away from the YouTube stuff, okay? Charlie, thank you very much for the super fan donation. Mikey's my friend, dude. Burn down that lavender. Yeah, I don't think you need to do a super fan donation to get Mikey to do that. Mikey's going to do that on his own for sure.
Oh, I've been doing that. I appreciate every time you cut the camera away.
We can just leave it off the whole time if you want, man. Don't worry.
Don't do that. You know, I'll start smoking as much as you smoke. It's bad enough I get through every episode of the show, and afterwards I'm already on Uber Eats looking around like, what should I get? And I can't. Like, this is the first week of my diet. I'm supposed to be eating good, no carbs except for the morning. Yeah. And I've been doing well. I haven't been doing good at all.
No, I haven't either. I've been eating really awful. I think that's part of what was. You know, to be honest with you, I think I figured out why I wasn't feeling as well as I was. So I take these medications, right? And the one medication I take. How late is it, by the way? Is it late? Oh, it's 9:30. So you got to go to bed, Mike. I got to let you go in here. But yeah, no, I think why I wasn't feeling good is I take those two medications, and my pharmacy only had a few of the second one. I only got like 5 of my prescription. So for 2 nights, I didn't take it because I ran out and I had to wait for them to get it in. And so I think that actually, I think I had a weird, small kind of withdrawal from it. It was really weird. Just like yesterday in particular, I felt completely off. I had brain fog. I just couldn't think. I couldn't formulate more than 2 sentences in a row.
Welcome to the world of antipsychotics, my guy.
It was not. I don't like it. I'm going to be honest with you. There's part of me who said, "Okay, I can't do this. I need to go back to me. Not me. It is me, but I need to not ever risk this happening again because I did not like the way I felt." And it took until
I've weaned down from my 10 pills a night down to 3 pills a night right now. I stopped a bunch of the anti-anxiety medications.
Well, good for you. I mean, I hope that's a good thing for you to do.
I'm taking the important ones. the anti-psych ones I'm still taking.
Okay, pick and choose, I guess. Whatever works for you. Just like a dartboard. Tonight we'll do this one. Tomorrow we'll do that one.
That's kind of how it works sometimes.
But so I ended up getting it earlier, about 3 or 4 hours before the show started. And when the show first started, I felt awful still. And then by about an hour in, I feel back to normal. I don't really feel sick anymore. My throat doesn't feel weird anymore. I'm not as tired as I was. I probably have a little bit of adrenaline going from old Chancy Poo, but I really feel much better. So yeah, I got to remember to take my meds for sure. Let's see. Another super fan donation in there from Jeff. He said these medication shortages suck. Yeah, it really did suck. It absolutely was the worst. TK saying, I got $40. Where's B1? You can find her on OnlyFans. I'm sure she'll take your $40 and show your boobs. That's what she does. It's part of the gig. So, God love you, dude. Go get it. Eddie answered that for me. OnlyFans. I love it. I love the chat. Maybe we don't put a mod in there. We just let you guys handle it as far as going back and forth with them. So, hey, remember when I said I wasn't going to let you talk anymore? That's going to happen again right now, okay? Okay. Bye. Because he's calling again. Bye.
Oh, well, he maybe didn't hear that. Maybe he doesn't understand.
Well, I was just wondering if he heard my whole my advice. Oh, wait, what? Oh, I'm so. Are you there?
Hey, bro, can you stop?
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. There you go. So that was it. So that was the end of him. That will be the end of his interactions with Another Dumb Show moving forward. So that was fun for me. I hope he finds some happiness in his life outside of me, because you're going to be really unhappy because I don't like you. I'm never going to like you. I won't ever want you to be part of this because you suck. You're a nerd, and that's just it. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, Chance. All right, Mikey. I think that's going to wrap things up for us tonight. Got any big
Glad
plans
you're feeling better, buddy.
Yeah, I'm feeling much better, actually. I feel like I could go for like 4 hours right now. I wish I had more stuff to talk about, and I feel like I could roll. I feel like, man. Yeah, seriously, I didn't feel like myself for the last 2 days, last day and a half. I had a conversation with my mom about it today. I've never ever felt like that before, where I can't even place. Like, I can't even draw, like, you know, when you're a kid, they like, and then you go to see a psychologist or whatever, they make you draw what your emotion is or whatever with a smiley face, or you pick the emotion.
Oh, pick the wheel of emotion. I used to love that thing.
I wouldn't have been able to even tell you what was wrong with me for the last day and a half. That's why I was struggling yesterday to try to even explain it, because the only way to explain it was I didn't feel like myself. And that's it. And then I couldn't think, and it was like I wasn't getting enough oxygen in my brain or something. It was just because I just couldn't. I felt dumb, like it wasn't me at all. So anyway, I think that's gonna wrap things up for us on Another Dumb Show. Mikey, you working tomorrow?
Absolutely.
All right.
I get up early, go to the gym, so I can't order Uber Eats tonight. I really want to. I really, really, really want to.
Is there a place on Uber Eats that will deliver you good food though? That way you just don't have. Do you get order? I get Uber Eats. I'm not getting Uber Eats because I only want junk food. I get it because I just literally, I just don't want to cook. I don't want to cook. I don't want to deal with the mess, and it's so much more convenient for me with my timing and things I have to do. It's just so much easier. Is it you just because you can order the shittiest stuff ever?
Usually it's just because I got the munchies after the show. To be honest with you, that's the way it's been recently. And like I said, I just bought a flat top grill, so I'm going to season that tomorrow. Oh,
okay, nice.
I'm going to season that tomorrow, and then I can start doing a bunch of meal prep. And as soon as I get back into the groove of actually cooking for myself, it'll be a lot easier. But right now, I've just been on this convenience kick where I'm hungry, I order food. I'm hungry, I order food.
Yep, that's pretty much where I am. I do this. Thanks, no fear. Love you too. I hate all the. I have this horrible habit of where I'll get a paycheck or I'll get paid from a customer, and it's a nice chunk. So I say, all right, I got to order a bunch of groceries, and I order a bunch of groceries. They get here, they sit in my refrigerator, and I still order Uber Eats. That's me in a nutshell. That's me being honest, pretending. That's me not admitting how abnormal and not perfect I am. Got that, guys? I get it. I'm fucked up. All right, so. You know what, Lance? You're gone. Bye. So that's just it. Enough. All right. So new rule. You say the word chance in chat for any reason other than chance, like by chance, just you're out. I'm just going to boot you. That's just it. Just that simple. See you. Bye. I don't feel like fucking around with it. CYX says cooking sucks. I try not to eat processed food, but it takes a lot of work. Yep. Not me. I'm done. I'm going to wrap up today, and I believe I got a Philly cheesesteak in my future. I can't decide if I'm doing that or if I'm going to do the arbs again. I can't seem.
You. That's what I was thinking about ordering.
Philly
was a cheesesteak.
Oh,
yep.
Yeah. I might do a Philly. And I might do. Oh boy, I know, but I might. Fried pickles have been my thing lately. This other place has really good fried pickles. So, all right. Well, Mikey, you go gorge yourself. I'm going to go gorge myself. You have a good rest of the night and a good day at work tomorrow, man. I love you. Take it easy.
Love you too, buddy. Take it easy.
All right, homie. Adios. All right. I think that's going to wrap things up for us here on Another Dumb Show tonight. I appreciate everybody streaming with us. I apologize that Operation Icebox had to go into effect a couple times there today, but I feel like it worked. I feel like Operation Icebox was put into effect to try to keep your old pal Dom chill while I'm dealing with some incels. And I think it worked because even somebody said that was one of my most chill reactions to somebody ever. So, hey, it looks like either the meds are working or Operation Icebox worked. Who knows? But, guys, that's going to wrap things up for us here in another Dumb Show tonight. If you've not taken a moment to hit that like button on today's video, please hit that button. Like it just in spite of you-know-who, just in spite of that little douchebag. Hit the like button just to show off how many people like your old pal Dumb. Hit the subscribe button. That way you might catch me lose my temper again if Operation Icebox doesn't work. And make sure you have your notifications turned on because you never know when I'm going to go live because I can just fire this bad boy up whenever I want to. So somebody in there was asking about a showtime for tomorrow. I do believe my son has a baseball game tomorrow, so I don't think we're going to be able to do the regular 7 o'clock time. I believe, he's got a game at 6:30 tomorrow. So unless it's raining, we will be doing a late night show tomorrow, which you guys know what that means. That means we're going to be hitting the delis hard. Might end up doing a little late night gaming. We'll see. But so I will be at my son's game during our normal time from 7 to 9. So we'll be, again, late tomorrow, 9 to 11. I appreciate you guys all hanging out with us tonight. That's going to wrap things up for us tonight on another Dumb Show. I am out of here. See ya.